Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's another Drop Frames episode. We got Game of the Year stuff happening today, not our awards, but we got to choose our categories. The Game Awards also put out their nominations. We'll go through all that, as well as whatever else has been happening in the news and been happening in the gaming world and whatever we've been playing. Zeke, you seem extra excited to be on the show this morning. Tell me about it.
I'm just happy to be here.
Let me steal that excitement, Zeke. Let me vampire siphon it away. I'm tired.
No, I got up early because I was like, I've never seen the nomination announcement, so I want to see like what kind of show Jeff puts on. So I woke up a little bit early, and I flipped it on. I'm like, all right, let's see this.
And you're talking on Monday, not today. You're talking about on Monday when the nominations came out. Yeah.
It was like 5 minutes, and I'm like, God damn it! I could have stayed in bed for this. Like,
it's very quick.
They just rattle them off. I thought it was going to be like some pomp and circumstance, but nothing.
Yeah,
zero.
It's very, very quick. He doesn't waste time. Which, you know, I don't think any of the other big award shows do much pomp and circumstance over that. Don't they just like come out to a podium and read the things off, kind of like what he does for like the Oscars?
But JP,
and all that
this
stuff?
isn't just another award show. This is the Game Awards.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I've never watched like another nomination reveal, but I thought there might be, something, because he was like, just shouting it out on all the social medias, like over and over, like, hey, it's 10 minutes until the reveal, day before. Yes, tomorrow we're revealing the nominees. I'm like, okay, he's really like hyping it up.
He's excited, so I'm excited.
5 minutes and done. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you got me, Jeff.
It dominated the news cycle. So he did something right there because people love talking about Game of the Year almost every single year. He
already had to do his sorry your game didn't make it tweet.
He did have to do that. Yeah, there are some other interesting selections, I will say, for some of the other categories. We can kind of get into that.
I haven't looked at them at all. If there's any like
really okay, yeah,
no,
I went
I'd love to hear 'em.
I went through all of them on stream and kind of did my selections.
Yeah, I went through the like 3 or 4 categories that I care about, and then the rest I was just like, I don't have a dog in any of those fights.
You mean you don't have a thought on the best esports coach? You don't know who's going to win that? Oh. No. That should be an easy one.
As far as esports
Shame on you.
Is it Shroud? He plays esports.
No. Golden Boy is out. Shroud's not there. The correct answer would be Potter. That's who you want to vote for, is Potter there. Okay. Yeah, we're going to swing the vote. It's Potter. Chat might also be saying Zonic.
That DF swing vote.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Chat might also be saying Zonic, but I believe Potter is the correct decision there.
That's fair.
Yeah. We'll get to all of that. We got to choose. Should we do Game Award stuff first, or should we do our Game Award stuff first? Where do you guys want to go? I'll throw it to y'all's court.
If it all gets done, I'm happy.
Okay. All right.
Well, let's start off. I would honestly say let's start off by talking about the Game Awards.
Game Awards.
Then our end of the year stuff after that.
Zeke, I can't believe you would. I can't believe you would discredit our show is the Game Awards. You know? Why would you discredit it and give it to someone else?
Kind of expected you more.
Well, I thought you were on Team Drop Frames, Zeke.
Do you remember back in the day when there were 2 Ghostbusters cartoons?
No.
There was the Ghostbusters.
I wasn't born in the 1950s, Zeke.
The real Ghostbusters. And the real Ghostbusters were the Ghostbusters everybody knows, and the Ghostbusters was like a gorilla, and like it was weird.
Wait,
it was
what?
Very strange.
Really?
I know, it was very strange.
There was a gorilla Ghostbuster.
Yeah, there was. It was like a semblance of like a safari team or something.
Zeke, just out of curiosity, did you see this at Burning Man?
They looked. No. They looked like a safari team, but they hunted ghosts. They were Ghostbusters, like you would think, but they had like a gorilla on the squad. Like, I'm not kidding. This is not something I just fucking made up, guys.
I think you might.
Okay.
The budget.
Chat is saying it's real. Chat is saying it's real.
Budget Busters. Yeah. I think I'm gonna look up Gorilla Ghostbuster.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tracy the Gorilla, Ghost Command. Tracy was the 3rd member in both teams, the Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters. All right. He was also in a live action series.
The gorilla?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck, I didn't know that.
I hope this.
But what I was going to say was that they're called the Game Awards, so we're the real Game Awards. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
like
the
that.
Ghostbuster.
We should
by the way.
rebrand as that too.
Yeah.
That's Tracy the gorilla. By the way, that's what the character looks like.
He does look like he is afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah.
Like his hat.
I didn't know they made a fucking live action out of
I
it. That's
did not
fucking,
either.
that is fucking crazy. But then again,
That's really
I saw
fucking
like
weird.
I saw a splash screen for the evil gingerbread man versus the evil Bong or something like that.
What?
It was like on Amazon or one of those streaming services. It was the weirdest title I've ever fucking heard of in my life.
Okay.
All right.
Dude, I'm serious, man. Like check out like some weird like some B and C rate horror films and check their titles. They're fucking Looney Tunes.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. By
Gotta
the
stand
way,
out somehow.
yeah. By the way, just for a little bit of lore, if you want to impress your friends, Tracy was the grandson of the infamous King Kong, according to show legend. So there you go.
Okay.
You got that.
Got that little nugget
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Only on drop frames,
Only
boys
on
and
drop
girls.
frames. Now you can impress all your friends. Let everyone
Oh.
know later this week when you're circling around the old water hole. Did you know that Tracy the Gorilla was related to King Kong?
I did not know. And
There you go.
I apologize. I apologize that I misspoke on that title before.
Oh,
It's actually Gingerdead Man versus Evil Bong.
Oh, see, that makes more sense
Look.
though.
Look up the fucking poster, and before you do, take a rip. Take a big old rip, and then look at that poster and thank me or curse me later, because it is fucking
dude,
he's riding the bong. It's great.
this looks like a YouTuber thumbnail or something. Like, where I'm going to show this.
Yeah.
That looks absurd.
Wow!
Everybody
Oh, like
asking, is he
gingerbread
okay?
man.
Is
Gingerdead.
he
Oh
making
my
this shit
god!
up? Like, I'm not making this shit up.
That's the
And hell rode with them.
that's the most
Yeah.
absurd thing I've ever seen. Man, okay.
Oh,
Tis the
humans.
season, as they say.
Tis the season of Gingerdead man versus Evil Bong.
Gingerdead Man versus Evil Bong. Can you watch Party That, Zeke? You should watch Party That. Get it. Spread the
Apparently-
holiday cheer.
Wait,
Yeah.
if that's on
Apparently
Prime,
Ginger-
that means we can watch Party It.
Yeah, yeah,
Apparently, Gingerdead Man has a whole series of movies.
yeah. There's Evil Bong 3: The Wrath of Bong. I'm looking at that poster right now. I'm not gonna.
Good stuff.
Is this man?
The Wrath of
What did
Bong.
we stumble upon with Gingerdead Man? Look at this thing right here.
Oh, dude, like what's the okay? Help me out,
That's the
chat.
Gingerdead
What's
Man.
the-
Look at him.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's
Horrifying.
fucking
It's
nightmare
horrifying.
fuel.
Yeah, nightmare
What's
fuel.
It's
what's
actually
the-
horrifying.
The website, the horror like B-rate horror movie website, like the streaming that they all get published on.
Twitch.tv.
No, it's like slasher, not slasher. It's something like that. Shutter.
Shudder.
Thank you, Shutter.
Shutter has
There
it
we
all?
go.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go to Shutter ever, like look at some of the titles there. It's wild, dude. It's great.
No way. Please tell me that's. Is Gingerdead Man voiced by Gary Busey?
Hold on. Ginger.
No way. That has to be a joke.
Gary Busey's got to eat. No one wants to work with him.
Hold on. Yes,
That has
he
to be a
does. Yes, that is. He plays a character by the
Oh
name
my
of
god!
Millard Findelmeyer. I don't know
All the
if he
dialogue
plays-
is just they just gave him a mic
Oh, no,
and
no,
said
no.
just talk into this.
No, it says Ginger. Gary Busey is the Gingerdead Man. I'm looking it up.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is that I actually kind of want to see that now. Like
It came out in
went from joke to
2005.
Consideration.
2005, not rated. It's 70 minutes long. The IMDb rating is 3.4 out of 10. That's the Gingerdead Man. There's also Gingerdead Man 2, The Passion of the Crust, Freshly Baked Terror.
The Passion of the Crust.
Yeah. Evil Bong, starring Tommy Chong, of course.
Oh, of course.
Gingerdead Man 3, Saturday Night Cleaver.
Okay.
Thanksgiving, if you want to be really festive with the
That's
upcoming holiday. Yeah.
That's good.
These are all by the same, I guess,
Studio.
the same studio. Yeah.
By the same
You mean
guys.
multiple studios didn't jump in on this on Gingerdead Man the franchise?
I don't.
What?
No, listen.
Lost
This
opportunity.
Is, like
Man.
Gingerdead Man is like Gingerdead Man, Evil Bong. It's like that's like the Avengers of the B-rate horror flicks. Like they are working towards
Man.
like Endgame.
The
I don't know
the
what it is,
Gingerverse.
but I'm
I think is
excited
they
to
call
see
it.
what happens.
Wild.
the Gingerverse.
The Gingerverse.
Wild. Well, some days you never know where the show will take us.
Oh my lord!
Now
Thank
we've
you,
learned
Zeke,
all
for
about
that.
the
I appreciate
Gingerverse.
it.
Yeah.
I think
appreciate
Zeke
it.
just earned his spot on the show. For
I think
sure.
he's back. Yeah,
he's
it was.
back.
You know,
Yeah.
it was rough there. It
Hey,
was
I
rough,
didn't
job,
hear
buddy.
that.
but we
I
got him back.
guaranteed on the show for another little bit.
We'll go
I
ahead
did
and send that. Yeah,
We've got at least one more episode.
yeah.
I'll give you giving you the Breakfast Club ending. Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Jesus Christ. All right, let's just go into the Game Awards. I have no transition out of here. Let me pull up the
There's no.
nominations.
I don't think any exists, JP. I
There's
think
not.
like we just gotta.
There's not. I will say this. Did you guys know next week is Thanksgiving?
For a couple of reasons. The kids thing helps.
Yeah, I guess that's
But,
true.
Yeah, it really did sneak up on us. No question.
Yeah, I didn't
It's-
realize that
been
was a
crazy.
thing.
Oh, it's not the last Thursday; it's the fourth Thursday. That's right, because there's 5 Thursdays this year.
I think that might have been also why it snuck up on me, Zeke, for that very reason. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Also, it's almost like it's the 19th of November. Like that's
Of 2023.
23rd.
I don't. It is wild. I don't know why that's happening. Yeah.
Time,
You guys
man.
do you guys do anything for? I'm sure. I'm almost positive you guys do nothing for Black Friday as far as like deals go. But you guys do Cyber Monday.
I'll look to see if there's
Yeah.
anything interesting. But to be honest, there's like the past couple of years, it's always the same things on sale. And if there is something big on sale, I will say I'm in a very privileged position that I generally will have it. Like, if they put a TV, I don't need a TV.
Yeah.
Like I've got a TV. I don't need a monitor. I've got a monitor, right? Like I've got all the stuff that I think people wait for things to be on sale. I've got it already. So I would just be buying more stuff at that point. I don't need more stuff. I got too much stuff. I still have boxes from like 2 months ago in my garage because I can't fit them all into the recycling bin from Amazon. We're still siphoning those away. That's where I'm at. It's a nightmare.
Okay.
It's a nightmare.
You got, dude. You
it's
gotta sneak your shit into other people's bins. Then I think that's what you gotta do.
No, dude, my HOA would kill. Like here's how crazy my HOA, Zeke, is.
It's going to the same place though.
No, dude, we left our recycling bin out. So our pickup is on a Wednesday. We didn't bring our recycling bin in till a Thursday morning. They fined us $20. They sent they sent us a letter in the mail and said like, you need to pull your mail bins in or your trash bins in faster. Here's a $20 fine.
They find you.
Yeah. It's
Well,
fucking
I mean,
crazy.
you do live in I mean, it's a suburban, nice neighborhood. You know.
Yeah, but that's a little crazy. That's a little like
It's stupid. No, HOAs are fucking terrible. Like
Yeah.
I don't even have an HOA, but I do have like county responsibilities, I guess,
yeah.
because like people in my chat, regular viewers of mine know my struggles with like the county like leaving notices on my door going like your car can't be parked and blah, 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 your fence is and I'm just like, this is some petty fucking ass bullshit.
Yeah.
Who benefits from this?
Yeah.
The county does.
The fence debacle.
I
didn't
guess.
know that. Yeah, HOA, by the way,
Well-
stands for Homeowners Association.
Yeah.
It's
I was gonna
basically
say it's not generally the county at all. It's generally the
Crazy
people that are
people.
running the HOA
Yeah.
are the people.
No.
that benefit
Some
from it.
yeah, you guys. I don't have an HOA, but that's like
Oh, you've got-
like,
gotcha.
it's
Gotcha.
similar to that like idea of someone was like, well, if I had to pay to get my shit zoned, they should have to too. It's like that bullshit. It's like the people who are being shitty about like forgiving college loans when they had to pay. Like, fuck you. I had to pay too. But I'm not against people being forgiven for their loans. Like,
it's all
stay
stupid.
in your own yard, all right?
Yeah, it's all stupid. It's all stupid. No, so to answer your original question, Zeke, no, I'm not. There's nothing I'm seeking for like a deal come Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever other. Do we have a Tuesday yet? Do we have Terrific Tuesday? Has that been on the marketing scheme yet? Or
I thought it was tubular.
Tubular? Okay. All right.
Tubular Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think it's business based. Like some businesses are like some businesses justifiably and rightly so are not doing Black Friday stuff because of all the
that is true. Yeah.
Bad shit that happens. And I'm guessing they're like, we're not doing Black Friday, but we're gonna have Toyota Tuesday. Come on down or whatever. First brand I can think of with a T.
Yeah. Taco Tuesday.
Well, everybody prefers Taco Tuesday.
It's always a winner. It's always a winner. Great day that Taco Tuesday.
Thank you. I was hoping it was nearby.
Have you heard the good news?
I have. Oh.
Tacarilla
not in a good
welcomes all into his
not in a while though.
under his crispy shell. If you want to join, I will bless you. Cheese be with you. Cheese be with you. And
also with you.
And also with you.
Salsa and salsa with you.
And salsa with you. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Let us pray.
Is the guac brown because of the green screen there?
Yeah, it's green screen. Yeah, it's lettuce, but it's
that's
brown.
okay.
You were asking some metaphorical question to him for a second. Is the guac brown?
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, Game of the Year nominations. Let's go over them. Where should we? I guess we could just kind of start here at the tail end. I guess when I voted on this, the 2023 League of Legends World Championships were not over, but as of this morning, they are over. So now it makes sense, I guess. There's also the Blast TV Paris Major Evo 2023 Dota International and the Valorant Champions. Zeke, you get to pick.
Yep.
Although I don't have an account. Do we? Barry, do we have a dropped frames account I can log into, or maybe it doesn't matter? Maybe it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, we're gonna vote.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know if I have an account.
That sounds great. I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah. I'll jot them down if I can't get an account.
Hold on. Let me consider the options here. We've got League World Champions. We've got Blast TV. Oh, the majors. Okay. We've got Evo, Dota, and Valorant. I think it's got to go to Evo.
Okay.
I think it's got to go to Evo.
Okay.
I am in agreement.
Question.
I'm in agreement.
Evo wins. Evo wins it up. Yeah.
I'm in total agreement.
The next category. Best esports coach. Potter. We already went through this. It's Potter. That's who should win that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's Potter.
Potter wins. Potter wins.
What is she? Potter coaches.
Oh, team. Well, this is kind of the fucked up thing. Yeah, Valorant Evil Geniuses. They won the Valorant World Championships. I don't think they're members of EG. EG is kind of there's a lot of drama, is I guess what I would get to, and a lot of like fucked upness from the esports organization known as Evil Geniuses. They're a little bit too evil and a little bit too geniusy, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
If Zonic would get my vote because Chubby Beard Bro, let's go.
But that's like Chubby Beard Bro is like the mascot of esports.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, JP. You're not
right.
Wrong.
Like that's
yeah. Fair enough.
Okay,
fair enough.
That's fair. I think it's fair.
Yeah. Co-best esports team, Evil Geniuses, which is really funny because they say right here, recognizing a specific esports team, not the full organization, judged and the most outstanding performance and conduct in 2023. So I guess this is the Evil Geniuses Valorant team that won national championships that are no longer part of Evil Geniuses, which is a very strange thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, they
Yeah, Chad is saying, and actually, I actually know of this team. Where's T1?
they're not there for whatever reason.
Why?
I don't know.
What did they do?
I mean, they won. Spoilers, I guess, last night, but they're not here. JD Gaming,
Okay.
Team Vitality, and I think most of.
Oh
chat
wait,
will
scroll
probably
down.
vote.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
No, there's no. It's
Oh,
only
there's no
5.
scroll down. Okay.
It's only 5.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so hold on. I'm gonna write these down. So the first two, we did Evo and Potter.
Yeah, no, I'm writing them down as well.
Oh, you are? Okay. never
Yeah,
mind.
I got it.
Cool.
Zeke.
The
pick.
official Drop Frames vote.
Yeah,
Yes.
Zeke pick here. What do we got?
gotta
Gaiden
pick
Gladiators. You want to go with them? I think I voted. If you want me to vote for the esports stuff, I can, but I don't want to I don't want to swing the vote. You know.
I think I'm gonna go JD Gaming because
Okay.
I think it stands for Jack Daniels.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay. Great
Okay.
reasoning there.
They're a huge esports.
I used to be a
team.
big fan.
Yeah. Best
I
esports.
also am going to go JD Gaming, but my hope is that it's for Jingle Dongs.
They're huge in Korea.
Big in
Everyone
Korea.
love. That's
the Christmas
it's like
spirit.
it's a big
Jingle
song.
Dongs, Jingle. Yeah, absolutely.
Huge song over there. Huge. Esports athlete shouldn't even be a question here.
It's Faker.
Faker, Zywoo, Demon One, Hydra, Ruler.
Even
and
I know
Hydra
that
Hell.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Faker is stupid.
What team is he on?
T1, the team.
You won.
They
Oh,
won.
the team that's not in the last
I'm the
one.
one who won.
He just. I mean, he just got his 4th world championship. Like it's.
No, what is it? What is it? I saw a tweet. If you Google unbeatable Demon King,
It's
apparently
one of his monikers. Yeah.
it goes to him. So if you
That's his
Google
moniker.
Wow.
He's
Unbeatable
he's
Demon
also
King,
known. He's also just
Yeah.
known as God. Like within that
Unkillable, I'm
community,
sorry.
they just call him
the
God.
unkillable Demon King.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
No,
of
and someone in my chat said athlete sounds so fucking strange. But then, I mean, people who play like darts or curling or that kind of stuff, they're athletes.
I'm not.
technically.
I had this
So, like,
discussion 10 years ago.
yeah.
I'm not having it now. You're 13 years late to that conversation. We're not doing it again. Esports game. Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, PUBG Mobile, or Valorant. I guess PUBG Mobile's big in China. I'm not sure. Zeke, you want to weigh in, or Co, you want to weigh in here?
I know that CS2 is having a little bit of drama. So I mean CS is still huge, but CS2 I don't
Not
know
that
if
well
would-
received, I would say.
Yeah. I'd probably say League of Legends just because it's still like so big. But
Yeah.
PUBG Mobile is also kind of huge, especially in the Eastern markets.
Yeah.
I don't know about I would say League of Legends over Valorant or Dota 2. So, but
Okay.
I don't know between
I'm
CS is
I'm,
bigger,
PUBG
that's
I'm
true.
Mobile!
biased. I'm biased. What, you're going PUBG Mobile, Zeke?
PUBG Mobile.
Oh well, I got to break the tiebreaker.
It's the only
then.
one I played ever. Oh, I didn't play mobile though. Shit.
Yeah,
Haven't
that is
played any of
true.
these.
It's not the mobile. All right, I'm just gonna write in League of Legends,
There we
and
go.
we're gonna move on from that. I swear the games.
gonna
Oh,
move
here we go.
on.
Our favorite category: Content Creator of the Year. Iron Mouse. Now, Zeke, I have a question for you after I read these off.
Yeah.
Iron Mouse, People Make Games, Quackity Spreen, and Cypher PK. Zeke, have you heard of any of these names?
Not a one. I heard of Iron Mouse recently.
Okay, recently.
Recently, Iron Mouse. Someone was tweeting that Iron Mouse was celebrating a milestone of some sort.
Sure. I'm not sure which one that would be, but yeah, sure, that makes sense. Might have been they finished a subathon or maybe.
No, it was like a million subscribers or followers or something.
Oh, okay, it might have been followers. Yeah,
That kind of mouse.
I want to say she's also the most subscribed to female on.
She was.
She was.
She
That
did
got beat?
she did a massive subathon.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was like months long.
Yeah.
Iron Mouse is awesome.
Yeah.
She's great. She was like one of the actual, I believe, one of the first real VTubers on Twitch that she was at the forefront of that whole thing. I do know of Cypher PK. I know of him as well, but I have to admit the three in the middle, I have no idea who Quackity or Spreen is. At first I thought that was that band Greta Van Fleet, but I was wrong. So People Make Games is I've heard of them.
They're a documentary.
But for some reason I thought they were like I don't know what
they're like a
doing
YouTube
in
documentary
this.
group type type game.
Yeah. So, no. Greta Van Fleet. I thought it was Quackity and Spreen. I thought that was the name of the band. But so I'm not sure. It's not really fair because I don't know what the Q and S guys do.
Yeah, I've
the
heard of
YouTubers
all
or
of these, except I don't know who Spreen is. I've never heard of Spreen's probably like 30 billion
What's
subs.
Quackity do?
Quackity's a Minecrafter. He kind of runs in the Abai group. I don't want to mispronounce that like I always do.
So he's Spanish speaking.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, cool.
I think that's
Okay.
correct. Yeah. He's
Well,
got the
that makes sense
Minecraft
why we have
vote.
not heard
So
of
it's really like, if you want to like break this down, it's the VTuber community versus the Game Journo community versus the Minecraft community versus the, I don't know, TikTok community. I don't know who Spreen is. And then the Fortnite community is Cypher.
And also Quackity has the angle of being international as well, which the international community is gigantic.
That's true.
There's
Ebi
Roblox
goes live
in
and
there too, right?
Ebi would get 50,000 viewers to watch paint dry. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
if he's part of that community, that's probably huge.
Spreen. I'm looking. I just Googled Spreen. 7 million subs on the YouTubes. He is also a Minecrafter. It looks like. So we've got two Minecrafters.
International or
Yes, I believe so.
In
the quick single Google. Yeah, he streams in both English and Spanish. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Zeke, we leave it to you. The one, me and Co are biased because we know who these are. You do not know a singular one.
I'm 100% all in Iron Mouse myself.
Yeah, I don't want to anger
the
VTuber community, so I think Iron Mouse.
Iron Mouse.
Okay.
They are scary. Yes, the VTuber community are fervent and scary. So yes,
they're great unless
They're nice.
you're against them.
Oh God,
exactly.
no.
But we're not against them. We're Team VTuber.
Yeah, we like VTubers here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Accurate.
So Iron Mouse will be the one we vote for. I'm down with that.
Okay. All right.
What does Co mean by international? When I say international, I mean their primary language is not English, essentially. So, like, in which case we probably wouldn't be able to watch them as we are, single speaking American dummies.
Yes. Accurate.
Can confirm.
All right. Here's where I don't think this is that weird. Most anticipated game. It's a weird award to give away. This will probably be one of those awards that they give away in between the actual awards coming out. This is a rapid fire award. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. Any strong?
I don't mind, but I also know which one's going to win.
Oh, okay. So I'm thinking you believe Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will win, and your personal one is Hades 2?
No, my personal one is actually Like
a Dragon. Oh, really? Over Hades 2?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. I think I'm going to get more varied gameplay. I think I'm going to laugh more, and I think that it, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth is shaping up to be one of the coolest games like ever, in terms of what it's offering, and I am so excited to play it.
There was actually news.
So excited to play it.
Yeah, there was news about that game saying it's the longest Yakuza game ever.
Yep. The guy actually said he is publicly requesting that people do not attempt to do Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth in one sitting because he is concerned of the amount of health issues that would arise from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
That's when you know it's special.
That's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long one. Zeke, where are you at for you?
Oh, no question. Hades 2.
Hades 2? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
Solid choice.
Yep. Hades, the original Hades, like after waiting so long and not playing it, and then playing it, it is probably in my top 10 all time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I will say I'm super hyped to hear Amelia in Hades 2, though. That's going to be could not have picked a better person.
Is she in? I didn't know she was.
She's like, I think she's the main, right, Zeke? I'm pretty sure she's like voices the person.
Yeah.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken. So
I was not aware of that. Good for her.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her. Well, then I think since there's two people, because I think Hades 2 is also, for me, it's close between Rebirth and Hades 2. I'll go Hades 2 as well, and we'll split the tie there. I think I'm with Co, though. I think Rebirth will probably win that.
I think Rebirth's going to win. I think the hype with Rebirth.
Landslide, dude. Landslide. Not even close.
My personal's Like a Dragon and Hades 2 for sure.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys there.
That all being said, I'm very curious to see if Ubisoft can break the Ubisoft curse of like making Ubisoft games with Star Wars Owl. I hope that game's not
Amelia
just a cut and dry.
Is Hecate. I'm sorry, she's not the main.
Hecate.
She is Hecate. Hecate.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hecate. But yeah, she's not the main, but she's one of the biggest characters. Yeah,
Got
one of the big ones.
Got it. Okay.
Thanks, Chad.
Next, best adaptation. We have Castlevania Nocturne, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us, the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Twisted
Gran
Metal.
Turismo.
Apparently, that Gran Turismo movie was like not actually awful.
They made a movie of Gran Turismo?
They did, yes. It's got the bearded guy from Stranger Things in it. Whose name I'm playing. He plays
not
WoW.
to be confused with Gran Torino, which is about an old racist guy and his car.
That's true.
Oh man, that would be very I can imagine somebody getting like a half hour through that and be like, man, this is not the Gran Turismo I remember playing. Wowza!
Like,
Yeah.
I think this was
going back and like playing the games. Like, is there undertones of racism in this game? What the hell? Did I miss this?
Yeah. I think Last of Us should win this, but I could also see the Super Mario Bros. Movie winning on popular vote alone.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. And actually, a lot of people really loved it. It was interesting.
It was a good
Super
movie.
Mario Bros. Movie came out and was critically like very lukewarm, but then the entire community was like, "Well, you, it's actually great." And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, "Oh, I guess it's great then." And then all of a sudden, it was like and then everyone loved it. So
I thought it was fun.
it was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I talked about this a little bit because I've seen most of these, and I think The Last of Us probably will win, and I wouldn't be mad if it did because it was really good.
Yeah.
But man, I'd love to see Twisted Metal. Like, if Twisted Metal Dark Horse like pulled it out, because that was honestly the biggest surprise for
You
me.
watched it?
As-
You watched
Yes.
it? Okay. I heard it was really good.
I heard it was good.
It was.
Yeah, heard it was good.
It was. It had the feeling of Twisted Metal. I don't know like how to describe that, but it was like it was funny, it was brutal, but it also hit notes like from the game.
Yeah.
It was a good adaptation that felt like it was kind of like it was definitely honoring the source material.
Sure. Yeah.
It was really fun, and I
Okay.
did not expect to like it. I was like, this is gonna be a piece of shit. And
Is that on
fuck yeah.
Oh, it says right there. Yeah, that's on Peacock. They put what
Yeah, but it's
Peacock
on Peacock.
Yeah.
So
Well, look, you could watch some Twisted
I'm
Metal.
not surprised that you haven't seen it.
You can watch some Twisted Metal and then watch some Yellowstone right after. You know, they go hand in hand. It's really
Fuck, I gotta start Yellowstone, man, so we can talk about it.
Is that a show?
Yellowstone. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, big show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't Kevin Costner in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays the main character, so to speak.
Well, the funny thing is, like, he has a big like ranch, like land outside of Big Sky.
Oh yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense then. Because it's basically a show about Montana. Like it.
Has anyone
Harrison
seen
Ford in it? Because
Castlevania Nocturne?
I have not watched that, no. I've heard great things about it though.
Yeah?
I mean, all the other Castlevania stuff on Netflix is really good, right? I've watched that and enjoyed that, but I have not seen Nocturne.
I fired up one episode, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I fell asleep or I changed or I had to do something, but I didn't get through like the first episode, so like I have to go back and give it another shot.
Okay.
Chad is very torn on Nocturne.
Really?
It's
Very torn.
It's-
Some are
they
saying it's
don't-
good,
it-
some are
it-
saying it's bad.
Oh, okay.
yeah. It doesn't have the same chemistry as the first Castlevania. You know, like the interaction between the characters was fun to watch in the first series.
Yeah.
So like it like I immediately wasn't like drawn in like I was with the first one.
They're kind of
And then, once again, this is me watching like 70% of one episode. So like
yeah. They kind of like rapid fire the Castlevania stuff on Netflix. I feel like they've done like 4 or 5 seasons of
The Warhammer
Castlevania.
40K of animated series.
Yeah, there's a lot.
oh, that's
that
what
I've
it
seen.
was. I stopped watching Castlevania Nocturne because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try Blue Eyed Samurai, and that ended up being phenomenal.
Dude, that show's fucking 10 out of 10. Absolutely
Really?
worth watching. Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking sick ass show. Really beautiful when it comes to the animation, and the story and writing is also very good.
Cool.
Check that out if
I
you
saw.
haven't.
And did you like the very cool behind the scenes of how they like animated some of the fight scenes. They actually like choreographed it with real people and then just animated what they did. It was dope.
Yeah, that makes sense considering how well done that that animation is. There's a lot of those just like scenes, Zeke, that I would just love to have as like a desktop wallpaper, where there's nothing happening on scene. It's just like slight animation for like the scenic vistas. It's just incredible looking shit. Definitely watch that if you haven't. Blue Eyed Samurai is the name.
No, it's not. It's not rotoscoping. It's artists watched the video and then drew it.
Yeah. Anyways, back to this. Popular vote, I think, is Super Mario Bros. Critic vote, I think, is Last of Us.
We'll see, man. Last of Us was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it was huge.
I guess that was a
that's
big.
Gonna be, that's gonna be
it
tough.
was a big deal.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. If we get Super Mario Bros. movie, that would mean that Jack Black, who is a gamer, would probably be there, which means we could also get a live performance of Peaches, which is the viral song from that.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah.
I can't even hear that word without thinking presidency of the United States of America.
Oh.
Ditto, dude. Ditto.
Same,
Yeah.
but the Jack, I heard it as someone who scrolls so much fucking TikTok. I saw a billion fucking TikToks with that stupid Peaches song, just everywhere. So it's stuck in my head.
Peaches
Well,
come from
and
a
it's
can.
like this. The categories like this are they always skew to the like, or not always, but usually like whether it's Emmys or Oscars or whatever, they usually skew serious rather than like comedy or lighthearted.
Yeah.
So like I think Last of Us has an edge in that as well.
Okay. We'll put down Last of Us. Did we talk about the Zelda live action thing? Was that in last week's show?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
Okay.
We talked
gotcha.
about
yeah,
like
'cause they
I
have
said
definitely not-
Anna Taylor-Joy would be a great
That's
Zelda.
right. Okay, I do remember that. Yeah.
They definitely have not announced. Have they announced?
Nope,
any
there's
more
been no
information?
more information. Yeah. Just an interesting thing. Best multiplayer. All right, getting into the games here. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game, genre, or platform. So here's Baldur's Gate 3, best multiplayer. I think some people were, I mean, it's got multiplayer in it. There's not that big of a conversation around it, but it is a little bit strange. Diablo 4, Party Animal, Street Fighter 6, or Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which also has multiplayer, but it's not like it's a weird multiplayer, kind of like
It's not Mario Party.
Sure, yeah. This one, I think Baldur's Gate 3 will probably take this from popular vote.
Yep.
I think I personally voted for Street Fighter 6. I think around the Twitch ecosystem, Diablo 4 is out, Party Animal's probably in, and then Super Mario Bros. Wonder is kind of like a niche.
On Twitch, Party Animals definitely was a flash.
Yeah.
Like people seemed to really like it for a bit, and it was really big, and I was like being asked 20 times a day to play it, and then like a week later, it was gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
I think the tryhards got into that game pretty quick and chased out the casuals, and that's kind of a game that needs the casuals.
Yeah.
So
All I gotta say is, if Party Animals win, I'm burning down Canada with Jeff in it.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Zeke's just going after it. Yeah. It's
are we gonna get an apology
game
tweet
is-
to Canada
is a-
after this show?
yeah, maybe we might.
I'm
We
gonna
might
tweet
have
at-
to.
At
Canada.
Canada. Well, actually, it's Canada's probably taken, so probably at the real Canada.
You better order
The
some.
real Canada. The
get
real
some-
underscore Canada.
Get
Yes.
some
Yeah, there you
Timmy's
go.
ordered, so you can have that in the video while you're drinking it. Yeah.
Just drink a bottle of
but
maple
for real,
syrup
though,
while
like,
you're doing it.
Party Animals made me saltier than the game has in a long time.
Oh. Okay.
Just because it's the controls are designed to be like floppy, like Gang Beasts. You know, they're the
Yeah.
drunken baby fighting.
It's This is a strange category too, if you think about it as well, because like Baldur's Gate 3, a single player game that can be played multiplayer.
Completely different types of multiplayer.
But
completely. It's like apples and oranges in a lot of ways.
Diablo 4, a multiplayer game that most people played single player. So,
Good way to think about it. Yeah.
I think Street Fighter 6 always has to have two people in it.
I feel like they needed best competitive, best co-op, best fighter. Like it
I
seems
think
it's way
they do
too
have
big of an
best
umbrella.
fighter, I think.
They do, okay.
Yeah, we'll get
But
there.
even then, like, it seems like such a very broad thing.
Yeah.
Super, super broad.
Yeah.
What was in the golden joysticks that we were wondering, like, why is it there? Was it Mortal Kombat or?
Maybe. Well,
The
Mortal Kombat
multiplayer.
ended up winning, I want to say. Best multiplayer.
Oh, was it just like that it won that people were up in arms about?
Yeah. People were
Okay,
upset
okay.
that it won. That's exactly right.
Okay.
I
I thought the upset, for some reason it stuck in my head that the upset was because it's not one of the games, or some of the games were not actually multiplayer, or they weren't blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah,
I do remember there being some weirdness with it too.
the Golden Joystick nominees were Exoprimal, Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6, Remnant 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and We Were Here Expeditions, The Friendship. And Mortal Kombat ended up winning there. I don't know what.
I like one of them has exactly the number of syllables as all the rest of the nominees.
Yeah. All right, I think Street Fighter 6 takes it. I don't know if you guys have strong feelings here. I
would
think
say
this is the sole award that Street Fighter 6 will take.
Well, as far as like it being the core of the game, like Party Animals and Street Fighter 6 are the only ones where multiplayer is the core of the game.
Yeah.
So obviously I can't vote Party Animals, so Street Fighter 6 should win.
If there is a best fighter category, I think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win. And believe it or not, I would not be surprised if Diablo 4 snakes it.
Diablo 4 is a big popular IP.
I would not be surprised if Diablo 4 snakes it.
I think it's 90% critic vote, 10% fan vote for this stuff. So that also kind of plays a factor.
Dude, a huge amount of people play Diablo 4.
It's
right
very
now.
successful.
And apparently the last season was great.
Yeah. Season 2 definitely put the game in a better spot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You said it's 90% critic, 10% fan, is it?
Yes.
No?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then why don't we trust critics, by the way?
I don't know. I trust critics. I think a lot of people are I think that gets looped into the IGN thing or
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you mean critics or do you mean like game reviews?
There's a panel of people that includes critics
that's
and,
very
and
different.
influencers.
Very different.
And,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, honestly, people bitch about that, and I used to bitch, but then I thought about it, and it's no longer a popular vote, which is, the game that does the best rather than the game that is the best.
Yeah. And that's what Game Awards is, man. It's it's just a popular vote. I mean, there's a little critic stuff, but I mean, it's mostly popular vote.
Yeah. What are we putting here? I think me and Zeke are both Street Fighter 6.
I'd say Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, Co's going BG3. Popular vote wins.
I think it's the year of BG3, to be honest.
You might be right. Yeah, that might be the smart vote. I think I'm voting with heart there, hoping Street Fighter 6 at least gets something. Best multiplayer. What's next? Here we go. Best sports / racing. EA Sports, FC 24, F1 23, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Turbocharged, and the Crew Motorfest. I think I joke voted Hot Wheels when I did this on Monday, because I think that would be funny, but it's probably Forza, I guess. I don't know if you guys have strong opinions here.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
I vote Hot Wheels because I liked Hot Wheels when I was a kid, and we used to hit each other with the tracks, and that hurt.
I would like to go on the record as no comment.
No comment. Okay, then we'll put. Fuck it. Let's just put Hot Wheels down. Let's go crazy.
I did like Hot
like
Wheels
if you've ever read
my kids play with
old,
Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
If you ever read like old books or seen like movies, period pieces, or old movies where they talk about grabbing a switch, it's like you have to like get a piece off of a tree that's like a whip.
Yeah.
And that was the switch. The Hot Wheels track was the switch of my era. It was like that's what you slap. That's what you smack people with, and it would fucking hurt.
Jeez. Rough. Best. Okay, now this one was a little. Best sim / strategy. Rough year, I would say, for sim / strategy. Advanced Wars 1-2 Reboot Camp, City Skylines 2, Company of Heroes 3, Fire Emblem Engage, and Pikmin 4. This one's kind of weird, especially given the current state of City Skylines 2, which is not great. Company of Heroes 3, I don't think had like a big celebratory release. Fire Emblem Engage.
Fire Emblem Engage.
We both tried and I think bounced off of pretty quickly.
Pretty quick.
Pikmin 4, I don't think any of us
play
played.
Advance Wars?
I did not. I heard okay things. Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
I don't feel strongly towards any of these, I don't think. I don't even remember what I voted on. I think if anything, definitely not City Skylines 2. I think that is not in the running.
That is getting negative reviews on Steam. I saw.
I mean, people can't play it, so they can only review it. Right? Like it doesn't run that well.
Issues or like
performance issues. Yeah,
very bad performance issues.
Yeah. Chat saying I voted Advanced Wars on Monday because it was between Advanced Wars and Pikmin. I think for me, having not played either of them, so. Not a great showing, I think, for best sim strategy. But
the only game or series of all of these that I played is Fire Emblem, so I'll vote for that.
Okay.
I played 3 Houses or whatever it was called.
Yeah. We all did. Cody, do you have any strong pulls?
I'm gonna be honest. Like of the games I played here, I wasn't huge fans of them, and that would be Company Heroes 3 and Fire Emblem Engage.
Okay.
City Skylines. I really want to play. I feel like if it didn't have tech issues, that would kind of sweep this category.
Yeah.
But it does have massive tech issues, and I haven't played Advanced Wars or Pikmin, so I have no good input here.
Okay.
I could say I don't think it'll be COH or Fire Emblem, so I can tell you what I don't think it's going to be. But
yeah,
maybe. I mean, how's Pikmin looking?
I think most people that enjoyed Pikmin said it was good.
Yeah,
they said it was a good Pikmin. Yeah, there was
good about Pikmin.
There was no issues for people that played Pikmin. They enjoyed Pikmin.
I'd probably say Pikmin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably say Pikmin.
All right.
I went to the City Skyline Steam page hoping that I'd find the negative reviews, like the funny one. There's no funny ones, and I'm upset.
Yeah, because people
I think a lot of
they're
people
just sad. I mean, that game was like one of my.
The thing about City Skylines 2 is that it, like, a lot of times with bad reviews, they're funny because the game is actually kind of bad and they're kind of, leaning into that, making fun of it. The problem is City Skylines 2 is, from what we understand, pretty great. Like, it does have some mechanical issues that they got to patch and stuff, but I mean, people want to play that game and can't. Yep. So instead of funny angry, they're just angry. Yeah.
That's exactly how I felt.
They're just mad.
While I was playing it. I was like, man,
it's
I
not
wish
like,
this game ran better.
This is so bad it's funny. It's like, haha, give me my money back. I'm angry.
Yeah.
I thought about, like, it would be like if the like a dragon game was suddenly bad for some reason, I wouldn't have the heart to be funny about it. I would be like
imagine if Infinite Wealth comes out and it crashes all the time, or the performance sucks or something. It's just like, no, man.
Like, no. I can't even be funny about how bad this is. I want it's you're my hero.
Yeah.
And you pooped on me.
Yeah, man.
All right, I'm gonna put down Pikmin 4.
Okay.
And we'll move forward. Because I don't think anyone really feels super strongly about this. Best family. Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars. Yeah. Or Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I think Wonder wins this just from like how it was received, but
it's going to be a Nintendo, I would say.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I would go with Super
Mario. Wonder is out of these games, Wonder is the one nominated for Game of the Year. Spoilers. So I think it probably takes this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think there's any
what was that other Disney game that the management one that people were excited about?
Disney. God, my wife put like 1,000 hours into it.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on it.
Dreamlight.
Dreamlight Valley.
Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah, so people are pretty pissed off about Dreamlight Valley because it's actually not out yet. It's still in like
really?
Early access or something like that, I think. But then they announced that it's not going to launch free to play in December, and they're actually going to charge for it for like a one-time.
After saying it was going to be free to play?
After saying it was going to be free to play.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So wait. Were people able to buy like things in the game before this too?
That I don't know. That I am not sure. We'll wait for
if
chat.
So, that would be hilarious. Like, oh man. Chat is saying yes.
Chat is saying yes.
So wait, they let people give money for things in the game, saying it was going to be free to play, and then are going to be like, yeah, so to use that stuff you bought, you're going to have to pay us now.
Yeah. Well, I think you had to buy it initially. I think that was the thing. You can buy in early or wait for it to become free to play in December. And then they removed, it's no longer going to be free to play in December. You're going to have to buy it regardless. Which is a weird.
And are they giving it to all those people for free that paid it?
Yeah, if you already bought the game, you own the game. Yeah.
So if you already put money in, you're getting it.
Yeah, you had to buy into early access.
That's still a super bait and switch.
Yeah, it's a
It's
weird
not quite
thing.
as bad.
It's
They're
a
not
weird
screwing
thing.
over people that gave them money at least.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That is weird.
You bought into the founders, and there were 3 tiers that gave you extra in-game stuff and currency. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and it was also on Game Pass. So a lot of people did have it for free on Game Pass.
Oh,
and now they're
that's
gonna
where I
have to
got
buy
it. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyways, I think Wonder takes this. I will just write that in, and we can move forward from the best family. What's next? Best fighting. God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6.
What's God of Rock?
I have no
What's
idea.
Pocket Bravery?
Pocket Bravery is probably mobile. God
Okay.
of Rock is a Steam game for $30. It's a rhythm-based gameplay with fighting game mechanics and a tense 1v1. I'm reading the Steam thing. It's like a rhythm fighting game.
You weren't coming up with that on the fly, JP?
No.
An intense rhythm based.
Yeah.
I think it has to go to Mortal Kombat because does Street Fighter have like characters from other universes in it? Nope.
Oh,
No.
that's a really good point. Yeah, the ending of the Mortal Kombat 1 story, I think, pretty much solidifies its position.
It's true.
For sure.
I think
No,
if
I
Street
think-
Fighter
I think
6
honestly-
doesn't win this, though, there might be rioting.
It's good. I would be surprised if it's not Street Fighter 6. I mean,
Yeah.
that game has really been on the up and up. The community's awesome super behind it.
Yeah.
So
I will note that in as well.
there's a lot of hype for Mortal Kombat. I mean, people were digging on the new characters and stuff that they've been releasing, but I still don't think it's Street Fighter 6
Yeah.
levels.
Best RPG. Baldur's Gate
Lies of
3.
P?
Yeah, so this is where some of the stuff is a little strange. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. I mean,
Obviously, Starfield.
I think BG3 wins this without I don't think there's any conversation. But I think the conversation is like Liza P, exactly like I said at the start. Like,
That's
why
a little
is
weird?
It's a little
That's
strange.
a little really weird. Yep.
I mean, I
that's
guess
strange.
it's an RPG, but
It is technically an ARPG, but
an action
there
RPG,
are
yeah.
it is an ARPG, but there are a lot of other game. If you put a game like Lies of P in something like this, that means all of a sudden that a huge amount of other games should also be considered. That would all be weird. And yeah, like this is again one of this. I feel very much this way, like I do best multiplayer, where it's like RPG is a very umbrella term. You kind of need to be a little bit more specific. So like rich player character customization and progression. I mean, ARPGs are not generally known for that. Granted, Lies of P does a pretty good job of doing that, but I mean, I don't know.
You can change everything but the character, right? Like you can change his outfit, you can change his weapons, you can like
you
it
can
has
change the
stats
top
that
and
you can
bottom of the
put
weapons.
points in.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's no question. I mean, again, it's an ARPG. The issue is that does the A make it? Is the A enough of a new genre?
right.
Like so. And a lot of times there is a pretty significant distinction between an RPG and an ARPG. So I would
why
say
is
it's a
Final
little weird to
Fantasy
see it here.
an RPG?
I think that
Final
it's
Fantasy
in-
16 is arguably the least RPG of
Yeah.
all Final Fantasy. So I mean that that's again kind of caters to the point. But I think it's one of those things where it's very broad, but it did make me lift an eyebrow at first. But I mean, it is an RPG. If you're going to use a broad term, it is an RPG. So I mean, it's fine.
Well, actually, I made like an official RPG checklist. I was gonna make 10, but I only got to 8, like with the chat. And this is like crowdsourced and my own opinion and stuff like that.
for
but-
this year. Is that what you're saying?
No, just for RPGs at all.
Oh,
Like
okay.
what makes an RPG? Like what will sock it in the category? It's the same arbitrary argument of like what's indie,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So do you get to effectively jump into the role of the main character? Is the character customizable? Are there choices you can make that affect the plot or NPC interactions? Is there looting in the game? Impactful equipment? Are there customizable classes and builds? Are you free to choose whether to follow the main quest or do side quests? Is there a skill tree or level progression? Like those are the 7 core ones that we came up with so far. But like, it doesn't have to be all of them, but it has to be most of them, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Like
I'd
in
say
my
it's
opinion,
a solid foundation for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, I think after all that, I think BG3 wins this handedly. I don't even know if
I like
there's
to
a
see
discussion.
Sea of Stars get some nods. I've heard
They'll
nothing but
probably
great
win
things
best
about it.
independent, I would hope. But well, that's a whole nother fucking
I don't know. Is
question.
Dave the Diver here?
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother fucking question. Best RPG, we're gonna go with BG3. Next up, best action/adventure. Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Strong thoughts? Any feelings?
I
forgot what I voted.
I guess if this is the category for Alan Wake, I would say Alan Wake. If this is their thing, I don't think there's like a best horror or anything like that, right?
No, I don't think they go
Yeah,
that.
okay. I would go Alan Wake. I think Spider-Man 2 was great though. I was very pleasantly surprised with Spider-Man 2, especially as a non-Marvel guy.
Yeah.
It was a real solid game. A lot of RE4s in these game awards, which is a little interesting.
Yeah, I got a big.
This is
You got a
where
thing?
This is where
man, that's
Lies of P should take the place of RE4.
Yes, I agree with that statement, Zeke. I think I said that exact thing.
Yeah,
I wish Lies
can
of
see
P
it.
took Resident Evil 4's spot in this list. But a lot of people think RE4 is the best game of the year. So we're not
It's a great
alone.
fucking game. It was a great game however many years ago.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like I started to have the conversation of like RE4 is the same game that it was years ago, but Lies of P is not doing anything that hasn't already been done before, and it was actually praised for being a good Souls-like, right? So then you start to think like, well, shit, maybe it didn't do anything like that's new, or like kind of the same conversation as RE4.
But I mean that's a valid opinion. I mean all your opinions are valid. But
Thank
this
you,
isn't-
Zeke. Thank you.
no,
That was
I'm
very
just saying,
affirming,
like,
Zeke.
Yeah, yeah, I like it.
sorry, I'm sorry. That was a statement that didn't need to be made. But what I mean is this doesn't have like innovation in any of the description, right? It doesn't have
Sure.
like new shit. It's just like what was the best. And it seems like a remake is valid, but it's also like a cop out. You know, it's like
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know, like, I could win all the awards if I remade
Honestly,
just,
if we're
like,
gonna go down
This
that
year
path,
we could have a
Pass.
best remake category.
well, that's what I was gonna say. If we're gonna go down that path, Marvel
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2, kind of Marvel Spider-Man 1, but more.
Oh, careful. Yeah.
Legend of Zelda, kind of the first Legend of Zelda, but more.
I'd like
Star
to
Wars
apologize
Jedi
on behalf to
Survivor.
to Zelda
Kind of the
fans
same
on the statements that were just made on the
game,
show.
but more.
Yeah.
He does not
What-
represent
what
drop
are-
frames as a whole or our opinions on that subject.
What we're arguing then is like art style and mechanics then because we can't like sequels and remakes and stuff like that. Like we can't take them out of the running. So I think the thing that has to separate them is what is new, what is about them, not new
Sure.
about gaming. What is new about them? What do they do? Like, what is it? What are they exemplary at?
Well,
that
I mean,
the other games didn't do.
someone in my chat brings up a great point. It straight up says combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. By that very nature, the most combat, traversal, and puzzle solving is probably Zelda.
Oh,
I think
yeah, I'd say. Hey,
like,
there's some puzzles in Alan Wake too.
yeah, true.
Dude, there's like
There
probably
are,
30
there are,
plus.
there are, yeah.
Absolutely.
There are.
Yeah. A lot of traversal.
Zelda might have 300 plus potentially.
Hey,
Dep-
quality
then
over
it comes-
quantity, big guy.
Then it
Come
comes
on
down
now.
to like what do you know? Yeah, it's exactly right. What is a puzzle? We got to define that. Anyways, we're getting way too in the weeds with this. I don't know what I voted for here. This one was kind of tough. It starts getting a little bit difficult here. I think we would all want, heart-wise, Alan Wake 2 to win this because it's probably the one that has
I'd
the
say
most
that.
chance to win.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man is Spider-Man. Spider-Man's super fucking popular. Zelda is Zelda. Zelda's fucking popular. It's only 10% of the vote, but it's 10% of the vote. And that plays
Is this Zelda's category?
to win it.
Like, no, I'm saying, is this Zelda, like, outside of, like, I don't know if it's in the game of the year or whatever.
It's
but
in
is
other
this-
awards.
Is this its big category?
It's in other categories. It's
Okay,
not
okay.
only this. Yeah. Chat saying I voted for
I-
Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't in good conscience vote for Alan Wake, seeing as the description for the category has combat first. I fucking hated the combat in Alan Wake.
Sure,
Womp
it's
womp.
probably the weakest part of the game.
Not wrong,
we
yeah.
said that on the show last week. Yeah, I think that's why I voted for Spider-Man because like 10 out of 10 combat, arguably the best part of the game. Traversal, arguably the best traversal in games in a very long time.
Ever, yeah, no shit.
Puzzle solving. There were puzzles in the game. They weren't anything spectacular, but there were puzzles. So I think that's why I ended up voting for it. But
A game where you don't ask for fast travel, like you're like, I don't want to fast travel, like Spider-Man, you know?
yeah,
Like the other games, I was like, oh God, please put fast travel in some of them.
I think
But
of any
Spider-Man, I
of
was like, I don't need it. Woo, wee,
I think-
woo.
yeah. I'm starting to agree with past JP. Spider-Man 2 this is probably the only category that I think it has a chance of straight up winning. So that's why I voted for it. That's my vote. I don't know if the two of you have a
I honestly
choice.
like just like I've only played 3 of these on the list, and even though I didn't play it, I would say this is Zelda's category to win, and
Okay.
I think it deserves it as far as like all of the descriptors.
Yeah.
Just be like almost only because it stands out with the construction element, like the things you can build to move. That is like awesome to like to see, and it's really really it stands out like nothing else has that.
Sure. All right. So we got one for Spider-Man. We got one for Zelda. Co. You feeling? I think you said,
Sticking to Alan Wake.
"Fuck, how do we do this?"
Sorry. Alan
Barry,
Wake, dude.
Barry, we need a tiebreaker. What are we doing, Barry?
Yep, I'm sticking to my guns here.
We
That
gotta
being
see-
said, I
Barry-
could see
is Barry even
Spider-Man
here?
2 winning.
okay. Let's see
can
what
see
Barry says. Barry says Zelda. So Zelda is what we vote for.
Oh shit, my man!
Well, I guess
Even though I hate it, even though I see,
Yuck.
I'm adult
Yeah.
enough to say I hate the game, but recognize game. You know what I'm saying? Like I can say that's a great game, just not my game, not a good game for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Best action game. Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2.
I'd go with AC6 all the way.
AC6.
Remnant 2 was great, though. I liked Remnant 2, but it did have some slight stuff. But
Yeah.
I would say AC6 all the way. Yeah.
Okay.
Armored Core 6 was awesome. It was great.
Didn't play Armored Core 6. I think that'll probably be our community's vote. I think I voted Hi-Fi Rush. I was all in on Hi-Fi Rush in the beginning of the year, and I made a conscious effort to always remember Hi-Fi Rush because it feels like eons ago. I mean, that was January when that came out, and I still think it was fantastic, or is fantastic. Zeke, do you feel strongly on best action game?
I don't feel strongly about this. I only played Hi-Fi Rush. Oh, I did play a little bit of Ghost Runner 2. I played the demo.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic, but it's also very formulaic as far as I saw. But no, I don't have a strong feeling either way. I did write down Armored Core 6 in my list of games to at least check out before the end of the year because I haven't checked that one out yet.
Sure. Yeah, I think then if you're not voting and it's between me and Co, I think the community will weigh in here. 10% of the vote. They all resoundingly said AC6 in my chat. I don't know if that was in y'all's, but I saw AC6 everywhere. So I'm okay voting for that.
Oh, I did play Ghost Runner 2. Ghost Runner 2 was cool. I mean,
Yep.
it was cool, but I mean, it's not, I didn't really, I played it for a couple hours when the WoW servers were down. didn't really like grab me too much. It's still a little rough around the edges. So when talking about like the best game, I don't think it's not after AC6. You know, like
Yeah.
still say AC6. Yeah, it's fine.
Did you finish that ACC?
I did. I finished my first playthrough, but you can absolutely play the game multiple times if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah, I
How
finished
long
my
did
first
you-
run
out
and
of
it was great. I don't remember. Let me take a quick look here. I don't think
I
I
think it's
played
like
it much
15,
outside
20
of-
hours.
I played it for 15 hours, 14.9
You can get through it pretty
Okay,
quick, Zeke.
okay.
hours.
3 or 4 streams.
Yep.
Best VR
a lot of fun.
/ AR. Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Humanity, Resident Evil Village VR mode, or Synapse. I didn't play any of these. Probably Horizon Call of the Mountain, but
How was the Resident Evil VR mode?
I didn't
Did you hear
play
anything
it.
about that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think most people probably played just for this part to have a giant lady stand in front of you, and I don't know if they played past that. I didn't hear anything else about the game, so I'm not sure.
Why are all the games stopping at this same hour of play?
All right, I've seen enough. I'm done. Yeah. I think we'll just vote for Horizon and call it a day here. It's kind of a rough year for VR AR, to be honest. As
Rough
maybe
4 or 5 years.
yeah,
Pretty
as
much
maybe
since
it always
Alex.
is.
Yeah, pretty much. We just need when is Valve ever going to make another Alex?
Is Valve
Wasn't
ever
it
going to
successful?
do anything? Yeah,
They're pushing their index like hell. I mean,
Yeah.
my lord.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Come on, Valve. Jesus.
Weird thing.
Get with the program.
Weird thing.
It's just such a production to try and get like your VR thing working. You gotta really wanna to do VR.
Yeah.
I feel
Look.
that so much in my bones.
Look, I'm gonna sound like the shill here. Just go get a Quest 3, man, because all I gotta do is just pick it up right there. I just go and pick it up. I play it. It's like you just put on your head. No questions.
Are the game choices good though?
You can stream it from your desktop, so the game choices are whatever's on Steam VR.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Or you can play it internally at like a lower resolution because it's playing off of the actual headset. But
Wait a minute. Is the Quest the one that's like ungodly expensive, or am I
it's
wrong?
I think it's 500. For
Oh,
the
The
okay.
Quest
Quest
3.
is never. The Quest is a production thing, so it's never that expensive.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's relatively well priced.
Yeah,
Never that expensive when compared to other VRs.
When compared to
so you
other,
know, chat.
yes, 100%.
an index is
We're not talking
$1,000.
$1,000 plus indexes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just
I
wearing
mean-
Quest 3 and wearing glasses. No, but I also have the
Or what is
lenses.
$3,500 Apple headsets that are coming out.
God, yeah, that's next year. That's a thing.
Yep, that's a thing.
God, and they're gonna sell through the fucking roof, and I
That's the thing.
want to
Through
puke.
the roof.
They're probably gonna be hard to get. Yeah, you're without a doubt not wrong there. Best mobile game. This is huge category for you guys. Final Fantasy VII, Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Honkai Star Rail, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil. I voted for Honkai
Terra
Star
Nil.
Rail.
I'm glad they made this list.
Yeah, good for them.
Like Honkai's like $1 billion company, and Terra Nil's like indie game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I would vote for Honkai because it's the funniest one to say.
It's
It's true.
arguably the
It does
most
sound kind
popular
of like
by
a goose.
a massive, considerable margin as well. So
Yeah.
we'll vote
It's-
it
it's
and
gonna
move
win.
forward.
Now, were there like
Oh.
snubs on that category or not, or is it just like is this like games that like have to have been released this year?
Yes, I think that is the part of the criteria because
Okay.
yeah, I mean last year was Marvel Snap and it's not nominated this year.
Okay.
So I think it is whatever came out this year.
So these all came out this year. All right.
Yeah. Chat. A lot of people in my chat are saying Nikkei was snubbed. I didn't realize that came out this year, but sure.
That's a lot of butt though. Lot of butt. Lot of butt.
Huge
That's
butts.
there should be a category for butts.
Yeah.
They would grab that no problem.
Oh, you're saying BUTT butts?
Butts.
No,
lot
no,
of
I'm-
butts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying
What's the name of the game again?
Ass.
Nikkei.
Nikkei. Just talk to Strippin. He'll get you set up.
Wait, Zeke, you've never seen Nikkei before?
No.
So
is the
Nikkei
first
was a
I'm hearing of
game
it.
that they actually had an ad in. Oh God, what chat was it? Was it Viet? Where was that ad that was pulled? The ad was apparently too salacious.
Oh my God. What? Too much butt?
N- something like that. Yeah, go watch. Oh, Thailand. It's Thailand. That's where it was. Yeah, it's a hilarious ad if you want to partake in Nikkei. Anyways, we'll vote for Honkai Star Rail and move forward.
I love in my cat. Somebody's like, it's actually a good game if you can get by the loot. Yeah, okay.
It's one of the most played games in my
here's the thing.
community by far.
Here's the thing. I'm sure it is, but the thing is you can't get by the loot. And whatever you're telling yourself, just be honest with yourself. It's fine.
It's got
okay.
it's
okay.
You know, it's got the near to be
All right,
lady.
man.
in it.
Lean into it. Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Now here's
I'm just playing it for the gameplay. It's like Playboy 20 years ago.
Yeah. The indie stuff is interesting this year. So we've got Best Debut Indie, which is a debut game created by a new independent studio. Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder. Zeke, are you reading the subtitles or what are you?
I'm sorry, what? I was watching the.
He was
ad,
looking
the
at
Nikkei.
Nikkei.
You're still on Nikkei. I got it.
With the dude.
Yeah.
With the
No,
dude
I get it.
jerking off
Yeah.
at a birthday party.
Yeah. That's the Thailand ad. You found it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
That
It's
got pulled
great.
for being too much. Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a few dogs in this fight,
Yes.
and I would honestly like. I don't know what's going to win or what the favorite is. I'd imagine it's probably Cocoon, but if
Think so?
my vote would go to Viewfinder. I loved Viewfinder.
Viewfinder was very good. Yeah. That's the only one of these I played.
Viewfinder, like the reason I gave when I was talking about this with my chat is because Cocoon was great, Dredge was great, Pizza Tower wasn't for me. I didn't play Venba, but Viewfinder is the one of those games that I played that is going to stick with me. Like I'm going to think about it like long after I'm done playing it.
Right. Not wrong. I think I might have voted for Venba
what is
here.
Pizza Tower exactly?
I don't
What is
know. That
Platformer.
It's a platformer. Did you play it, Zeke?
Yeah, I played
Okay.
a little bit of it.
Was
I bounced off it, but it's not bad. It's not a bad game by any means.
Yeah, everyone in my chat was like, Pizza Tower is great. It's 10 out of 10. It's Wario Land. Oh, okay. It's indie Wario.
Yep. It's very similar to Wario. Yep.
Got it. Yeah, I think I voted for Venba because I remember Rami speaking very highly about that game. The only one that I've played out of these, though, was Viewfinder, but it didn't really have a big pull on me. I think, like, popularity-wise, Dredge will probably win that portion of the vote.
think?
Yeah. Only because so many people played it, at least and maybe that's streamer bias because it was a bigger game out of all of these others amongst the streaming community. But I think Cocoon was also very well regarded. I haven't seen anyone speak ill of Cocoon whatsoever.
I would go slightly Cocoon over Dredge. It's close, but I would go slightly Cocoon over Dredge because I love it when games, and it's very rare that it happens, but I love it when games have absolutely no words at all. None. Not in the tutorial, not in the game, nothing. It was zero text throughout the game. And you just figured it out, and it wasn't difficult to figure out, but I like that they just let you kind of fucking do it.
Yeah. Co, any strong feelings?
I had a great time with Dredge. I also think that it's something to consider. The Dredge has got a DLC, so that may kind of put it in the forefront of people's mind.
Sure.
I'm kind of like Zeke said, I'm really partial to Viewfinder. I think creatively, Viewfinder was really, really impressive. I mean, that was taking like this really cool concept, but then also putting a cool game around it, which is not something we see all the time. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, I didn't play Cocoon, unfortunately, or Pizza Tower or Venba, so I don't really have too much to add there.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
We can put down Viewfinder.
I'd say Dredge or Viewfinder.
You should check out Cocoon Co. It's a relatively short game, but it's very art, like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game.
Cool. How long did it take you?
And it's let me see. Was it on Game Pass? Oh, it might have been on Game Pass or Epic.
There's only a couple hours. I don't think the game's very long.
I'll look it up and you guys move on, and I'll look it up and let you know.
All right. Best independent game. This was one that had a lot of conversation around it. Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, and Viewfinder. Sea of Stars is what won the Golden Joystick, which we talked about last week. And then, of course, there's Dave the Diver, which has a conversation about not being an indie game. Especially because the category says for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system.
Which is literally the opposite of Dave the Diver.
Right.
However, that being said, I want Dave the Diver to win, so that's my vote.
Yeah, you feel
I
that
want it to win
strongly
something.
over it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like the issue here is the category.
Yeah.
I think that they too tightly defined it. I don't necessarily think it should have been indie game. I think like Dave the Diver is a new thing. We haven't seen a lot of things like Dave the Diver. And it's obviously not like hugely AAA, but it's also really well made and kind of amazing. So if it's going to win in a category, I'd love to see it win somewhere because frankly, it deserves it. It's an incredible game. But that being said, it's not an independent game. It's not an indie game. So I don't know, man. I just want it to win somewhere. So I think if we were going to do this properly, my vote would be Sea of Stars.
Right. I mean that it won the Golden Joystick, so that might be a window into how journalists vote.
Let's just mention this real quick. Dave the Diver, for those that don't know, is made by a company called Mint Rocket. Mint Rocket was founded, not invested in, not has people from. It was founded by Nexon, a large multi-million/billion-dollar company, in 2019 to make Dave the Diver. So what happened is a giant AAA multi-billion-dollar company slivered a little tiny part of itself off to then make Dave the Diver. So Dave the Diver had access to all the pipelines of Nexon. It had the funding. It had the experience. Obviously, they probably handpicked the team for it. Like it had all of the things to be something amazing, like given to it on a silver platter. So that, in a lot of ways, kind of goes against what indie means, which is why a lot of people are not super jazzed about it.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Cope or Zeke, sorry.
We actually looked up an article from like 2012 or something where this reporter went through like all the criteria of like indie games, like what makes indie, and he came up with a very short and concise definition that I would agree with and use as a jumping off point for what makes an indie game. And the article is huge. It's a big long article going through all the stuff like that people argue, like how much money do you have, publishers, this, that, the other thing. And the ending sentence I dug, we thus arrive at a workable core definition of indie game. A game that is both developed to completion without any publisher or licensor interference and created by a single developer or small team. Which I think that's a great jumping off place for what makes an indie game. No publisher interference or licensor interference, and it's a small team. Like you get like a small, and that's the thing. Small team is opinion. Like what makes small?
Sure.
So what happens when you factor in that some publishers are called indie publishers?
They publish indie games.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, the publisher didn't have any say in the making of the game. Selling of the game, yes. Making
so it could give them the resources.
No.
Okay.
That's why Dave the Diver doesn't count, because the publisher.
I'm sorry, Zeke, you're trying to say PR isn't game dev? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying publisher isn't involved. Like, you know how like you hear stories about producers
I know what you mean.
in movies,
yeah,
like fucking with the movie script.
Yeah.
That has to not happen, and it has to be a smaller team. But money is not a factor. You can be like two guys, one of who's a billionaire, and still be indie. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if
he didn't
hire like 100 people to make the game, that's why small team is in there.
Okay.
It's a strange thing for sure. It's a conversation.
It's strange to think of an indie game with a huge budget.
Yeah.
But I see why you'd say that. So that's.
But that's what I'm saying. If it had a huge budget, it wouldn't matter if you didn't hire like 100 people to do it, because that's what you would do with the big budget, right?
Yeah. The age-old
You would
conversation.
hire 100 people to make the game with you.
Okay.
So that would exit it out from being indie.
That being said, Zeke, what wins best independent game for you this year? With these 5 games being your selection.
Again, I got to go with Viewfinder. I loved
Okay.
it. Loved it.
As by the way, Inea, thank you for this. As Skillup said in his last podcast, the only self-published is Sea of Stars. Cocoon is from Annapurna, Dave is Mint Rocket, Dredge is Team 17, and Viewfinder is Thunderfall Publishing.
Yeah. That's true.
So I guess the keyword there would be traditional. Maybe, I mean, they said that for a reason. Maybe that was meant to, I don't know.
It's a very
These
strange
awards have
category.
gotten really like semantics. Like
Well,
it's kind of like there's
here's
so
the
many
thing.
things now where it's like, yeah,
Here-
it's just not cut and dry.
It's because people care.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
you're right.
Jeff,
You're right.
Jeff has now created a thing where people care.
Yeah.
And that's why
I
it becomes like
honestly
so
think-
difficult.
I
It's
like
like saying
this category.
Pentiment is an indie game.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this category, but I think there should be
Well,
a completely
no.
other category called self-published category.
No, I think it'd be
Best
different with Pentiment.
self-published game.
Pentiment was made by Obsidian. They didn't like make a new company for Pentiment. It was made by Obsidian. And Obsidian is not an indie company.
But
So
you could
I-
say that like it didn't have the full power of Obsidian behind it though, Co. It was a smaller team within
Well, side projects are not indie games.
Are they?
Right?
yeah.
Oh my god, no!
I mean,
Damn it, dude!
yeah.
Stop it! You're like
Yeah.
that comic. Really? Yeah. Is it though?
Yeah.
Damn it.
No,
dude.
that's honestly why I like that. Like,
Co
that
is wrong
short,
on so many
concise
levels.
statement.
No, I'm not wrong on so many levels. Just a few defined ones.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's why I like that short, concise statement because, like, outside of that, you can argue till you're blue in the face. But like, if it doesn't fall into those like 2 parameters, like, I think that's a great idea. I think it's no publisher influence and small team. Excellent. That'll make an indie game.
I don't have a. I
And
think
we agreed
CS
that small team is 10 or less.
Okay, you got to put a number to it. I think Sea of
I,
Stars.
oh,
takes
you put a
this
number.
one.
I was going to say you put a number to it, man. Now hold on.
I think this one might
Alright,
have to be
okay.
undecided because Co feels strongly for Dave the Diver. Zeke
No,
feels strongly for Viewfinder.
I think Sea of Stars. I think Sea of
you
Stars.
think
should
Sea
win.
of Stars?
I think
Okay.
Sea of Stars should win it.
I think Sea of Stars will
needs-
just win because
if
of
we're
history,
going
but-
from what the category is, I think Sea of Stars should win it.
Okay. All right.
That would be my vote.
All right.
That would be my vote.
We will see.
Yep.
That one definitely caused a stir on social media, though. This was one of the most talked about categories because of Dave the Diver being what it is in terms of publisher and whatnot. This one perhaps caused the biggest stink on social media. Best
Lord.
community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 14, No Man's Sky, and Destiny 2. Destiny 2, yeah. Destiny 2, yeah. Which, man, the game's going through it right now. Yeah, so much community support that they fired the community support. I saw that very tweet where the community members that were let go from Bungie said, man, it was great building this community and then getting fired for it. It's just like, fuck, man. Fucking Christ.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. So this one took me a while. For me personally, I had to get away from Final Fantasy 14. I think that's what maybe has won this for a while now. That being said, the social media activity and game updates / patches pushed Baldur's Gate 3 to the forefront for me. Because after that game came out, they were all over social media and they were patching that game like mad. And I don't think anyone is like been upset about what happened with Baldur's Gate 3 in a post-launch scenario because they didn't really do anything wrong. They're still patching to this day. They're still pleasing the community with the deluxe edition that was just announced last week. for like $80 or something like that if you want a physical copy of the game, because they didn't charge, you know, $100+ for it, which they very easily could have done, and people would have probably very easily paid that, but they didn't go the distance in terms of charging for it. So for me, BG3 I think wins this on the idea of game updates / patches. Destiny 2 is definitely not in the running, though. It has to be said, like, how the fuck did this get like nominated? Because man, the past 3 months for that game, absolutely fucked. In all levels of support. They don't even work there anymore. The people that like supported the game for the past year. Not that they did a bad job. It's just that's like the end all of that statement. It's just a fucked up situation. No Man's Sky, though, it's No Man's Sky, right? They've been supporting that game for what? 5 years?
They're the definition of community support.
Yeah, like 5 years at this point, though, it's a little wild. And then Cyberpunk. Is it safe to say that Cyberpunk, like, did they pull a 180? Is that game fully out of what happened to it at release?
Cyberpunk will never be out of what happened to it on release. But
Yep.
they did get the game to a point where it's worthy to call a 1.0.
Sure.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
But no, they will never.
They'll never
will
get
never-
that, wipe that from their slate.
They did too many things that were just, frankly, completely unacceptable.
Sure.
So-
Zeke,
They've got multiple releases before they can claw back up from that.
got it. Zeke, any strong feelings for you?
I mean, I'll just say it's between Baldur's Gate and No Man's Sky for me. Like just word of mouth and seeing people who the devs themselves or the studio themselves tweeting, talking about it, patching it, blah blah blah. But also people who play the game saying how good the community is. And I mean, if we're going all like the entire game's life, like Final Fantasy 14, of course. But like now, Baldur's Gate or No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Go any okay. You gotta
I will say I've been very surprised to not only see how much the BG3 community has continued to kind of grow, but also that game. Now, this is where we get into the whole fandom community debate, but
Right.
I will say that if I personally would in many ways equate fandom and community, and I think that in that vein, Baldur's Gate 3 is kind of a standout.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Came out of nowhere and took
still
over the
absolutely massive in terms of how many people are doing fan art, and like the Reddit is bustling, the forums are the community, the discussion boards are bustling. Like it's clearly made a huge amount of people come out of the woodwork and enjoy the game together.
Yep.
And I mean, that's not community. I don't know.
Yeah. Well then let's vote BG3 because I think that'll I think the popular vote might sway that. I'll be very surprised. I think the thing we're all 100% sure of, Destiny 2 will not win this.
That we can 100% agree on that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, can you imagine them?
Are their votes
actually
already
winning?
cast or they're not
Yeah,
cast
I know.
yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I would say they're not cast yet, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the votes are I don't know. I don't know what the deadline is. I don't know if that date is out there, but yeah. I'm going to put BG3. We'll move forward. This one definitely, I think, had the most social media buzz around it, apart from just Game of the Year. What's next? Best ongoing. Apex Legends, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
Awarded to the game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time.
I mean, they patched it. They did change the game over time, but it's not it's not a live service or anything like
I'm going to
that.
say verbatim, you can't give an award like this to Cyberpunk when they're just, in many ways, making up ground.
Yeah.
That's not fair to the other people that have established their 1.0 and grown past it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Cyberpunk, and expansion was great, and the 2.0 was great, but that'd be weird for it to win here.
Yeah.
It'd be weird.
I think Fortnite wins this.
Dude, if you want to factor in like UEFN, which isn't really Fortnite, but I mean, it is like this massive new way to bring community into that product, I kind of argue that too. I mean,
there's no
people
other
are
game
gonna be
yeah
stunned by UEFN in the next few years. Just throwing that out there.
yeah there's no other games I should say that are pushing the idea of like what an ongoing game is, like Fortnite and Genshin. They have like figured it out. They've put out enough content to where like almost every other week there's something crazy happening. And exactly what you just said, Co, with the UEFN, the I don't even know how to describe what that is. The game
So-
within a game.
It's basically like an engine within the game. It's
Yeah.
a good way to. It's an engine that doesn't have a lot of the liability and issues that engines have inside of an established, super popular product. To game devs, this represents an incredibly unique and interesting opportunity. And just to give a little peek behind the curtain here to you guys, I joined up with an investment company in the last few months, and I'm doing investing now, and I'm meeting with teams regularly about the products they're doing. I have met with a significant amount of game devs that have left their projects to pursue UEFN.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is like, I'm not kidding when I'm saying the next few years, like there's a lot of money, a lot of resources, and a lot of very interesting things coming to that framework that I think people are going to be kind of blown away by.
Yeah. I mean, would you liken it to kind of with where like Warcraft 3 or StarCraft 2
Sort of. Yeah.
did with
And for
like
those who don't
Dota and MOBA and all that stuff?
UEFN is basically like making, like a lot of you guys probably know UEFN vicariously through things like the Fortnite custom maps that have been coming out. It's basically like a game engine framework inside of Fortnite. It's the Unreal editor for Fortnite, UEFN. And it is this new way to basically make what you want to do inside of something that already has a bunch of established value and a bunch of established tools. It's a unique and relatively new thing. So there's not like a lot of things to compare it to.
It's kind of like Roblox in a lot of ways. Like it's the Robloxification of Fortnite. Is probably how that all started.
Little bit, yeah.
Well, what do we think will win? Going back to the vote, I think it's between Fortnite and Genshin. I think in the past, Genshin has actually taken this award. So I don't know if Fortnite has done enough in the past year to pull it back into consideration for this, but Fortnite or Genshin is where I go. I'm not pulled towards one or the other. Final Fantasy
I'd say Fortnite.
This past year had a rough year, so I can't ultimately vote for it. Coach says Fortnite. Zeke, any strong opinions?
No. Strong opinions, no. But like as far as just community goes, as far as like the things I've heard, I would say either Final Fantasy 14 or Genshin.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll put it down for Fortnite because that was 2 for Fortnite, 1
Sounds
for
good.
Genshin. But Genshin could very well take it. They've taken it in the past. So moving along, what else do we got? Games for Impact. It's always an interesting category. A Space for the Unbound, Chance of Sonar, Goodbye Volcano High, Tactica, Terra Nil, and Venba. The only one I played out of this was a demo from Terra Nil. I'm familiar with all of the games. I think Chance of Sonar is probably critically the best reviewed out of these. But I don't have a strong pull towards any of them. So
I like calling this category like the thoughtful downer of the games. Like these are all thoughtful downers, but not necessarily. Like I the only one I played of these and heard of, I guess I heard of Terra Nil and Venba a little bit.
Yeah.
But I played Chance of Sonar for a few hours and it's fantastic.
would you say that
I'm
it's
not
a
sure
game
what the
for
impact is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
No, I get why it's a game for impact because it is.
It's a game about language, right?
It's communication.
Okay,
It's displaying like how if we like the impression that I got was if we try, it's not impossible to communicate with someone even if you don't speak the language.
Sure. Makes sense.
Cool.
Co, any strong pulls for you?
I'm kind of in your boat, man. I mean, I love Terra Nil. I thought it was great, but I mean, I don't really feel good about voting in this category because I'm sure some of those other ones are great, and I just didn't play them.
Yeah. Well, we can take Zeke's vote. Chance, Zeke, is that
Sure.
Chance's synopsis?
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely.
We will jot it down and move forward.
Now, honestly, I'll like, this looks like the indie category that should have been.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I've heard of 2 of these games.
Yeah. It's true. Innovation in accessibility. Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6. I think I very quickly voted for Street Fighter 6 because you can play that game if you are blind. Like there was a competitor at Evo, might have been a different tournament, but he was blind, or they were blind, and they competed in a tournament in a fighting game, Street Fighter 6. That being said, I think it's been a very good year for Access, because I think Forza has something similar to it as well. PlayStation always crushes it with their accessibility stuff. Spider-Man 2 is no exception to that. I'm not sure about Diablo 4, like what, I don't know if they did anything that was crazy for that. And same as Mortal Kombat 1. But Street Fighter 6, I think, is like the standout.
Is Mortal Kombat in there because they have like a setting that you can just press one button for a fatality?
That's their accessibility
that I can get behind.
Oh man, D4 has keyboard interaction. D4, a blind person beat Uber at Lilith. Oh, okay, so it did have stuff. Cool.
That's cool.
D4 didn't really innovate. They matched the rest. Got it. Okay, yeah, I'm just pulling different comments from chat. I'll vote for SF6 there. I don't know if anyone has any other strong takes, but if not, that's whenever we can move forward.
Dude, when you like brought up this category, both Co and your chat
Just
were
lit
just
up.
SF6, like no question.
Yeah.
It was like almost unanimous.
Yeah. Cool. That's the vote. Best performance. Here we go. This is a fun one. Ben Starr, Final Fantasy 16. Cameron Monaghan, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Idris Elba, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty. Melanie Libbard, let's go with that. Alan Wake 2. Neil Newbon, BG3. And Yuri Lowenthal for Spider-Man 2.
I would like to state publicly for the record that if Neil Newbon doesn't win, again, Canada, burn, whatever he said.
Yeah, you feel that strongly about it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, let me throw this, not necessarily a winner, but did Amelia get shafted here? Should Amelia been
For sure.
part of this?
I think so. I think it's
In
the
my
same
opinion, for
situation as
sure.
the Golden Joystick Awards. Yeah. I mean, she had more lines than like anyone else, like 15 other people combined. I mean, she was
Yeah.
the voice of the game. I definitely think that she should be getting more props for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I would
100%.
I don't know how like prevalent or great Idris Elba was or is. He's awesome, but like I would probably take out Cameron Monaghan and put in Amelia for sure.
Yeah, and I thought Cameron was fine. He wasn't a bad Cal Kestis in Star Wars
That's the
Jedi
thing.
Survivor. Yeah,
Everything I've ever seen him with, he's fine.
he's fine. Yeah, he's
Like,
not.
exceptional to me.
Yeah. I think Ben Starr did very, 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 very well as Clive in FF6. I
It was
thought
phenomenal.
he kind of carried in a lot of ways.
But he also just won an award in the Golden Joysticks. So let's give Neil one.
Spread
the love.
Spread
the love,
out
Ben.
the awards. Spread out
the
the
love.
awards. And also, I think Yuri in Spider-Man 2 was fantastic as well. He did a really good job. But 10% of the vote, popularity vote. I think Neil takes that because of the Asterian simps out there. I don't know where critics will fall though. Who won the? Did Ben Starr win the Golden Joystick? Is that what you said, Co?
Yes, Ben Starr won the Golden Joystick.
Okay, I could see him maybe taking the critics aspect of that. I think also too, Neil was nominated in the Golden Joysticks as supporting, right, for Asterion. He wasn't like lead, and so they kind of combined it into one thing. I don't know if that plays a factor, but yeah, the chat's telling me to read the description. It says awarded for an individual voice over acting, motion, and or performance capture. I don't know if any of these did like performance capture.
Well, the way you read that, I forgot that voiceover it has a hyphen in it. Individual voice overacting is what I heard from you.
Yeah, I was
Like, who chewed the scenery? Like, who
Yeah.
was fucking like way too much?
that would be a Asterion for me.
Yeah, yeah.
They all did mocap. Yeah, I guess that's true.
I know Neil did. Yep, he helped
Yeah.
me with mine.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys Co's in for Neil. I think I voted for Ben Star for Final Fantasy 16. Zeke, tiebreaker.
Dude.
Third wrench.
Oh, you want a tiebreaker? Okay.
Tiebreaker or a third one, and then we can go to Barry.
Fucking Yuri, dude. He got my vote when he did the first Spider-Man. He's amazing.
He does a really good job.
He did a great
He's
job.
fucking great.
Yeah.
He did
Loved
a
it.
really good job. Barry, we need a tiebreaker. Let me know. We're waiting. Barry's running to his PC right now.
Barry,
says
Barry
Neil.
doesn't watch this show, JP.
Nail.
Barry
Come on.
says Neil. Neil Newbon.
Yeah, Barry. There we go. I knew I could count on him.
All right. Neil Newbon, best performance. What's next? Best audio design. Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4.
I would give this to Alan Wake 2.
I
There was
think
some
that's what I voted for.
Crazy sound design in that game.
I
But
think
Dead
that's-
Space was good too. Like Dead Space, the remake did some really great things with sound as well.
Hi-Fi Rush
I'm
is also
supporting that one.
phenomenal. I mean, it's essential. It's core to what that game is in terms of audio design. But Alan Wake 2 is like kind of fucking
That's a tough
crazy.
one. That's a tough one.
Well, this is the discussion we had. Hi-Fi Rush is based around music and songs, and the songs are playing throughout.
Yeah.
This is not that category. This is everything but music. Because there's a music
Is it?
category. This is
Oh, there is a music
Sound
category.
There is a
Okay,
music
okay,
category, yeah.
Okay.
yeah. This is audio design, which means like punches, kicks, gunshots, like opening doors, blah 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 blah. Ambience, like that kind of shit. And no question for me, it goes to Alan Wake 2. Dead
right.
Space would be second, but Alan Wake 2, no question.
We can vote it and move forward. I think the next
I'd
one
be
is
happy
music.
with either of those.
Yeah, best score in music. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, and Legend of Zelda. This one was a tough category, I feel.
Not for me.
Really? Where do you
Alan
vote?
Wake 2 all the way.
Yeah, you think Alan Wake 2?
A custom song at the end of every single chapter, an entire in-game musical. Like, seriously, not even a comparison. Sorry, I'm all in Alan Wake 2 on this. They did such an amazing job bringing music into that game. I listened to every song at the end of those chapters. Not a single one of them was not amazing. Beginning to end.
I mean, I don't disagree. I do think I'm a soaking
down by the river.
like
Oh,
that.
that was good too. There's
Yeah.
some good ones involved. Yeah,
Like that might be one of the biggest songs of the year in terms of
Oh
just
God, I
notability.
was humming that for weeks.
Yeah.
Weeks. I was humming that song.
Yeah. Now,
Oh, that's a
I
tough
will
one.
also say I am a Soken simp, but I don't necessarily. I can't name a specific song from Final Fantasy 16. They were all great, and they made those boss fights fucking fantastic. But there's not one where I could be like, man, he really killed it with blibbity bloppity. It's just like, yeah,
Blibbity bloppity. I love that one.
it was more Soken, right? Which is not a bad
Almost as
thing.
good as Skibbity. Yacht.
It was more Soken, which is not a bad thing. I don't think he had anything that was like super crazy standout there. Hi-Fi Rush, kind of a weird one because if you play with streamer mode off, which is how the game natively plays, it uses a lot of commercialized music. Play with streamer mode on, it's generally original music and generally very good. I would say maybe the
I
best
just hate
streamer
that
mode
it's-
I've ever played. But
I just hate that it's licensed. Like they allowed licensed soundtrack.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, isn't that the thing for most award shows? Like original, meaning made for the piece of media.
Yeah, Yeah, it's
That's
a
what
little-
I think it should be. But like, I mean, Hi-Fi Rush, like, it had some like cool songs that I liked, but they were all copywritten. The rest of it was like it was good, but it was pretty samey to me.
yeah.
Yeah, chat's bringing up some good points, like, you know, the House of Hope music in BG3, like
That's
that was
pretty
like,
good.
amazing. Man, I still have to say that I think Alan Wake 2 maybe nudges it out a little bit, but I mean, it's like the difference between a 98 and a 96. You know what I mean?
With
like, it's tough.
Yeah, with
tough.
BG3, I would say like the set pieces had better standout moments, but as a whole,
Yes.
Alan Wake 2 never missed. But it also had very strong set pieces with like the musical and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That also
Interesting.
it does have. There's a lot to say that for 100+ hours of a game, you never get fucking tired of the songs in it. Right? Like that's a very hard thing to do, to not have something overstay its welcome or want to like just mute the music. It's funny no one's talking about Zelda. Well, I think with Zelda, it's like less is more approach there. Like they do have, Zelda has music and it has those standout moments, but it's not, there's not a sweeping song that at least I know of in Zelda, apart from like the intro and all that stuff.
Now I haven't played it, but it seems like it falls into the trap of like, do they ever make the music the spotlight like in the other games?
I don't believe so.
But is that a requirement for best score in music?
That's true. Yeah.
No,
see what you're
absolutely
saying,
not. No, absolutely not. But that's why we're not talking about it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I think, Zeke, do you agree it's between Alan Wake 2 and Baldur's Gate 3, or do you feel strongly on one of those?
I would honestly give this to Alan Wake 2
Okay.
because
That might be tiebreaker.
when you talked about muting, like they're great tunes, but like I was sick of hearing it. Baldur's Gate 3, like
Really? Yeah. You got tired
yeah,
of hearing
the
down,
tune.
down by the river?
Whereas Alan Wake 2, like they parse or they separate them with enough space in between them. And the music within the levels are different. Like I know they go back to one song a lot, but it's it's like you hear it in between levels, so you don't get sick of it. So that has nothing to do with like the quality of it. It's just the variance of the music in Alan Wake 2. I liked it.
Yep. We'll vote for Alan Wake 2. I don't know if it's possible, but I hope that I hope we do get the medley that we always get for games at the end of the Game Awards show. I also hope they just come out and do like the musical on stage. Like I would just love to see them come out and do that live.
Oh,
That would be awesome.
I think that'd be fucking.
have Sam Lake out there doing his.
Dude, if that happens,
dude.
like that's a huge thing. I feel that's a really cool thing.
That would honestly make the Game Awards.
Yeah, it'd be so cool.
This particular category is always so like, it's so difficult because like you're comparing like the fucking New York Philharmonic to like Nirvana. You know, it's like
it's tough. Yeah.
How do you compare those
Pick
things?
one, Zeke.
Exactly. You're just like, okay, I can tell this one is great, but there's one that I'll listen to more often, you know, like, ugh.
Yeah. I don't think Jeff has talked at all about the musical acts apart from the medley.
That's one of the biggest surprises of these things a lot of times. I think, that's the reveal.
Yeah. I hope it's cool. It could be really cool. Even if they just get, I wanted to call them by their game name, but is it Poets? The Poets? Is that the
Poets of the Fall?
Poets of the Fall, yeah. Even if they just get them out there and like literally play anything from the game, I'm on board. It'll be fantastic. Moving along, best art direction. Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of Peace, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I think knowing the three of us, it's probably Alan Wake 2.
Yep.
Without question.
Yep.
Okay. I had to break
that.
this down, like, as far as, like, when I was discussing this with a description. Creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation, which means, like, how does it look just as a whole, and how does it move?
Yeah.
And my personal vote, and I'm standing alone here, is Lies of P, because like I love the look of it. I love the like the steampunk kind of feel to it, but I also loved how they made the puppets move. Like all of the robots like move like really, really well done animation wise. And that's why like it just barely edged out Alan Wake for me.
Fair. Yeah.
I think it's 100% valid. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm in for Alan Wake 2. I will also say Hi-Fi Rush did the same thing where literally everything in that world's on beat. I haven't ever seen that before. It's a very small thing in that game, which kind of makes the game. But yeah, Alan Wake 2 for me, I think the technical aspect of it, I've never seen anything like that.
The direction as well.
And direction,
amazing.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like that.
The in-game movies, the attention to detail, the transitions. Like there was so much in that was just an absolute joy to watch.
Yeah.
It was a masterpiece in a lot of ways in that regard.
That's best art direction. We'll vote Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is taking the last three. Best narrative. Alan Wake 2. BG3, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, Final Fantasy 16, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Tough category. I think 16's out category, right out of the gate.
Yep. 16's out.
I have not finished or even started. I spent 40 hours in Cyberpunk this year. Haven't started Phantom Liberty. So I can't say to that yes or no. I think Co's the one that will.
I think Phantom Liberty and Cyberpunk was phenomenal. I thought it was great. I think against Baldur's Gate 3 and Alan Wake 2, that's really tough.
Yeah.
I think a big thing here to consider is the fact that like Baldur's Gate 3, I actually like the main story of Alan Wake 2 more than Baldur's Gate 3's.
Yes.
Especially
I was
considering
say
mine
that
technically
exact
fell apart at the end. But if we're factoring in like world development and like all of the things that make that game's narrative, that's when the choice becomes a lot more difficult.
Right.
I don't really have a great answer there. So
for the first two, like for Alan Wake, it's between Alan Wake and Baldur's Gate, but like you're comparing a Stephen King novel to like an Encyclopedia Britannica. You know, it's like they're both good. They both have their good points, but like one is like this huge branching path that you can go all these different places, and one is just a really nice, concise story. Like it's one book, whereas Baldur's Gate is like a wheel of fucking time books. Like it's just
the only caveat I would say
expensive.
to your statement, Zeke, is like Alan Wake is a book, but that book's fucking weird, and you got to know a bunch of other shit to know what's happening inside that book. And that book also might not even be a book. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's something else.
Maybe it's a plant.
Maybe it's a movie.
Maybe it's a cloud.
Yeah, you never know. You don't know what it's gonna be.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, I don't know what I voted for on Monday. Chat was going to have to remind me. I probably said Alan Wake 2 for it being concise and short. That being said, like Baldur's Gate 3, I 100% agree with Co. The main story of Baldur's Gate 3, not bad. That Alan Wake 2 edges out, and that might be why I voted for Alan Wake 2.
Yep. I think for if we were being specific about the main story, I would say Alan Wake 2. If we were taking it as the entire narrative experience involving everything around it, I'd go with Baldur's Gate 3. So this is one of those ones where it's like, it just depends on how you identify the category, and I don't really get too much from that little blurb at the top.
Yeah.
So
for me, it came down to what's a story I'd rather read. The story of any of these games, like the story of Baldur's Gate, the story of Final Fantasy, the story of Alan Wake 2, like Alan Wake 2. That's a story I'd rather read.
Sure. Okay. We'll vote for, man, that's 4 in a row for Alan Wake 2. I guess we really like that game.
I was going to say, I guess we like it.
See?
Guess we're a fan of
that. It's a good game, even though I was like barely dissenting during our discussion.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Chad is correctly pointing out Baldur's Gate 3 has so many paths that it is deserving of it as well. People are very quick to call it the Dark Urge story. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I can't refute those statements.
That's why I'm saying if you're taking the total thing, like all of that stuff, I think Baldur's Gate 3 would pretty clearly win. But if it's a more succinct, like just this main story narrative kind of thing, that's where I'd say Alan Wake probably wins.
Yeah. Best game direction. Another hard category. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
No
in
question.
terms of creative
Baldur's
vision
Gate
and
3.
innovation in game design,
Innovation's
is
an
tough.
interesting term because that's Alan Wake.
Like, but well, I mean, go anywhere, do anything in Baldur's Gate 3.
It's true. It's never been done before. Yeah. Well, I
Especially
mean,
not
it's
to the
been
level of
done
Baldur's
before,
Gate
but
3.
not to that level.
Not like
yeah.
that. Not
Yeah.
like that. Bringing all of that AAA stuff to a CRPG genre that's never seen it before. I mean, that's
That I don't know if I could ever. I'm trying to think. There are things that Alan Wake 2 is evocative of in terms of innovation, but like
if we're going
it's
down this
standalones.
rabbit hole, though, you could strongly argue that like the stuff that Legends of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom does,
No one's done
especially
that?
the fact that it works.
Yeah,
like,
that
is
I said
amazing.
that
That's
exact
a
same
technical
thing.
marvel.
Developers
Like,
said that
so-
shit on Twitter. It's like they don't understand how
Oh,
that
yeah.
game was built from a physics point of view.
I mean, it's for them. It's literally magic. Like I literally like they were serious. Like, how did they do this? This is amazing. So
yeah,
I gotta admit, there's a lot of very tough categories this year, which is
it's a great
nice.
year for games. I mean, that's not
Yeah, I mean that's
a unique statement, but it really is. It really
Huh.
is. This one, I know what I voted for. I don't know if it was the right because it's so hard. I'm also somewhat, I think, pulled / biased for Alan Wake 2 and Baldur's Gate.
my vote is Alan Gate 2.5.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I
Alan
no.
Wake 2.5.
If you didn't hear the beginning, I said Baldur's Gate hands down for me for this,
Yeah.
and Alan Wake would be after Zelda, honestly, for me if I had to choose.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't even play Zelda. I'm just going based on like what I know about it. Like,
it's
Baldur's Wake.
like
innovation is the key word though. Innovation.
I feel like
You don't think Alan Wake 2 innovated? There's like nothing else like it in terms of like how it's displayed and like the story unraveling and like you don't think so? You think it's like just regular adventure?
I'm saying on this category.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it's in third for me.
okay.
Oh, chat is agreeing with
like-
you. Chat's saying it, they don't think it innovated either. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, I'm just reading through chat.
I mean, unless
art
you
direction and
count
stuff. That's fair.
like how potato PCs couldn't run it because it was so like fucking intense.
I mean that it is one of the best looking games. I think creative vision is where the Alan Wake 2 pulls a lot. But that being said, I don't think BG3 exists if you don't have a Sven at the helm, right? Like that his creative vision of this is a CRPG. We're not doing it. This is a CRPG. We're making a CRPG. This is what this game is. And then 6 years down the line, that's what they put out, right? Like they didn't bend to anything. They made a CRPG. It's tough. Because I think that could be said for Alan Wake 2, right? Sam is a crazy person, and he made a crazy game. I don't know if there's other people that could do that.
No, I'm just saying like game direction and design, like innovation in that, like Baldur's Gate, like it's one of those like because Alan Wake 2 is pretty linear, but like
For the most part,
Baldur's
yeah.
Gate, they had to like the direction of the game had to come up with like, well, what if they do this? Like, oh shit, we better do something if they choose this. Okay, so we'll do this if that happens. Like it affects like branching out like things you don't even see for a long time, choices you made before. And that's pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah. There's part of me too, thinking about like the future for both Sam and Sven. Like, there's probably going to be an Alan Wake 3 or a Control 2 or whatever. And
We know it's gonna be
Sam's,
Control too.
yeah, Sam is probably going to be at the helm of that. For Sven, like, I don't, like, whatever he makes next, it's not going to be a Baldur's Gate 4. It's going to be
It'll
something
probably
else.
be a CRPG
It'll
though.
probably be a CRPG, yeah. I don't know if it'll be like what I'm saying is who do I want to get their flowers? Who do I want to see receive their flowers of like winning this award. I don't know. Zeke,
I'd be
you
happy
vote.
with either.
Yeah, Zeke, you voted for BG3. I think Co voted for Alan Wake. Co's hesitant on Alan Wake.
Yeah. if I would, I don't know. I think either would be a great winner for this. I do.
Okay.
I think chat. I was reading chat during the innovation part, and I think that there were some good points made where Alan Wake 2 may not necessarily be innovating. It just may be taking what it does to like an incredibly cool new level, but not really changing what that thing is. Like it's still at the heart, like which is kind of like what Baldur's
That's what
Gate 3 is
BG3
doing,
did a little bit.
But in a lot of ways, what BG3 does with the freedom, especially when it comes to like how you handle encounters and how things work, and you know, I feel mechanically it's doing a lot more than Alan Wake 2.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I would love for this discussion to be played, and then at the very end, it's just The Legend of Zelda for best game direction wins.
Or better yet, Spider-Man. They should just give it to
Or it's Spider-Man.
Like, we haven't even mentioned it. It's like Spider-Man 2. Web singing whip. Oh man.
Yeah, that would be that would be great. I would love that. I'll
go with BG3.
Okay,
I'll
we'll
go with
put
BG3.
we'll put BG3 down.
Let's do
fine.
BG3.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
We've given Alan Wake a lot of love too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, we have.
we gotta figure it out.
Final one, game of the year. Now, this one we'll have to put what we think will win, not what we think should win.
Okay.
Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, or The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now, what do we think will win?
I think my Think and Want are going to line up, and I think this is where Baldur's Gate 3 is going to shine.
Yep.
I think this is Baldur's Gate 3's category. I do. This is where they belong.
Yeah,
Yep, that's my argument.
I would agree with the added statement of, if you asked me on release or even after finishing the game of 140 hours, if I think that the popular vote would ever go to BG3, I would say no. Today, if you ask me that, I think somehow, some way, a CRPG took over the gaming world. And maybe that way is through horny people on the internet.
Bear sex!
And bear sex. But yeah, I think BG3 takes Game of the Year, which I would not have expected at all in any multiverse. Would never believe that. Zeke, we got 2 for BG3. Do you sit on BG3 as well?
Let's make it unanimous.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yep.
Let's do it.
That's that.
Now, second place, though, gotta go to RE4.
Yeah. Is that
Zeke.
that was there were conversations about that.
Do you think anything got snubbed on this list? Were there games that were deserved Game of the Year that were not on this list?
I think Starfield is obviously something I don't feel strongly about this, but I think Starfield is something people feel strongly about not being on here. Liza P.
I think, I gotta say,
Liza P.
Yeah.
So
Liza
many
P.
people in my chat mentioned during Liza P how they thought it was their Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I think if anything, I would switch out RE4 for Liza P.
I said the same exact thing. Yeah.
Yep.
And that
Super Mario Brothers, like, fucking get out of here. What the fuck are you even doing?
Have
in
you
all
played
these
it?
categories? God damn it.
Have you
No, I
played
don't
it?
need to. I'm sure it's
Zeke's
awesome.
views do not represent Drop Frames or any of the hosts on this channel.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not awesome. I'm just saying it's fucking Mario. Get off of my fucking game list, okay? You get your own Nintendo awards. Just fuck off.
Oh boy. Oh god. Nintendo's
I'm not
coming
saying it
after us.
doesn't deserve to be on here or anything like that. I'm just saying I don't want it on.
It's exactly what you just said. What are you talking about?
So critically,
I believe the quote was, "Get the hell off my category, you
Yeah.
dumb Mario game."
Yeah, exactly. I didn't say it doesn't deserve it either.
So
I
here's
said I don't want it on there.
if you want to get into it, Metacritic for BG3 is 96. Metacritic for Super Mario Bros. Is 92. What is Metacritic for Alan Wake 2? 87. What about Zelda? It is 96. So I don't know if that means anything, but
So, quick question. No, I don't want to get into it, but I just want to know you guys' like opinion. Do you think that the bullshit took Hogwarts off of everything?
I think it did.
Yeah,
But
probably.
I also think that I didn't play it myself, but I've been reading a lot of like postmortems from people that were talking about the situation. There is a large amount of people that critically feel that Hogwarts was an okay game that just had a huge amount of nostalgia behind it. So
Well,
there were a lot of
JP.
arguments. Yeah, I mean,
Metascore.
somebody.
Oh,
would be
the
better,
Metacritic.
but-
Yeah, sorry. I was like, what? He didn't read that about me. I'm not part of this conversation.
Yeah.
You're in Hogwarts.
I know, I'm not in
What I'm
Hogwarts.
trying to say is
Ah!
JP is the Hogwarts enthusiast, as the person who's been championing it on the stream. If you could please,
It's at an 84. 84. Let's move on. Just 84. It's a Metacritic.
no,
84.
but again, here's the thing. Like, and this is coming from someone who hasn't played it, but just what I've been reading, a lot of people feel like the game was really liked because it was Harry Potter.
Right.
Not necessarily because it was a great adventure game. I've seen more and more people be like, would you still feel the same way about this game if Harry Potter wasn't affiliated with it at all? And, you know, if you were just going from the mechanics and how repetition that, or how well that was for you in the combat system and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, it makes me wonder if it would, even without the controversy, have made the games of the year, because there's only so many spots. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where we are with that.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. So I'm pulling up just so we get everything. The Metacritic for Resident Evil 4 was a 93. So 96 for BG3 and Zelda sit at the top. And I think that's probably going to be where most people sit as well. As much as I think we all would be upset to say it or admit to it, Alan Wake 2 is pretty niche. I don't think it has a chance in hell at winning Game of the Year
Yeah, it's
this category.
like Alan Wake 2 is
On this
easier
show.
to like put in a genre and a category than like the other games. Like you like say Resident Evil, of course. Like you'd say everyone can play and enjoy like most of these games, but Alan Wake 2 is less so. It's still a great game for gamers, blah blah blah, but it's like for people who don't like horror or suspense or whatever, that kind of shit. Like that would take those people out of it.
Yeah. So, well, we will see what happens. December 7th is when all this goes down. We'll be co-streaming it in some form, whether it's all individually on our own channels in a Discord call or whether it's a drop frames thing. We'll probably make the. I'll
Very much
test the
looking
wins
forward
the
to
week of, and we'll see which way we go.
Cool.
Yep.
Do they do a Raspberry Award for games somewhere, anywhere? I'm sure they do, but is there a big one? Like for turds of the year, like Gollum, or
I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't think they do anything. There's not like a what is it? Is it the Razzies or what is it?
the Raspberries, Razzies, yeah.
Yeah. It's not that. They don't. I don't think there is anything of that within the industry.
Every once in a while, like the people who who win the Razzies, like they'll show up.
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't happen often, but I think Halle Berry showed up for Catwoman
she
one
did.
year.
Yeah,
perhaps.
she accepted her award. Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe that there is. Oh God, did I just deleted?
Oh man,
What?
this guy showed up before we were talking about Hogwarts and was like, "Hey, have they talked about Hogwarts?" Only thing he said in the channel. And then we had our thing, and he goes, "Man, Ko is such a hypocrite." And I actually responded to him. I was like, "What? What do you mean? Why do you say that?" And then he left. And it's like, "Oh,
Okay. Fair.
well, that's good then. All right,
Yeah,
cool."
Fair.
I don't even know
Did that
what
guy
I would
just
be
come to our
hypocritical
party and
about.
Did that guy
But,
just come to
okay.
our party and fart in the punch bowl and then leave?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure
What
that's
the
what
fuck?
happened. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Who was that?
Sanest Twitch chatter.
Yeah. All right. Now we're not done with Game of the Year stuff because we have to figure out our categories. I had all this typed up and then I deleted it to do the Game Award stuff. So I'll just type it as we read it off here.
You didn't listen to the paperclip, man. You got to save it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm using normal ass notepad, so that's on me. Is there, I guess just right out of the gate, is there anything you guys want to add this year in terms of a category, not knowing off the top of your head what the categories are. Do you want to add a worst game of the year, Zeke? Maybe that's where we start.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love like.
Did you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Did you play like then? Then it comes down to did you play all of the?
Did I
bad
play
games?
bad games?
Yeah, I mean you played bad games, but did you play the worst games of the year?
I'll take your Golem and raise you like 10 indie games. Like seriously, like I have turds to pick from. Like I've got a deck full of poopy to deal out to you guys.
Well,
it's that turd like
but
whatever
do those
the worst game of the year is going to be a process for me. I'm gonna have to go through a few of them.
Yeah. God, it could be it's such a negative award. That's why I'm fearful of it, because then it's like, what's the worst game on Steam? Let's just look at the bottom of the barrel, see what the lowest reviewed. Do you go with like the most popular? Like, do you go with the Golem? Do you go with like it's such a generic thing, I guess is what I'm ultimately saying. Do you go with King Kong? Like your worst game? Do you categorize it? I don't know. We can discuss it. Let me pull up our list. I think this is the full list that we do every year. We've got
instead of worst game. Oh, I like this. So Kojiro in chat said, instead of worst game, how about biggest failure?
We have that. Biggest disappointment is what we called it in the past. But that's disappointment means that we would be.
Disappointment means our opinion, not necessarily like flop.
Yeah. And the other thing too that we have to consider is we usually run pretty close to time. So we can't get too crazy in terms of just adding categories.
Is that top one supposed to be games of the year because the second one is top 3 games streamed?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Top 10 games, top 3 games. I'll just read them. Top 10 games, top 3 games streamed. Games we wish we played. I think we can figure out something else besides the second biggest industry fail presented by Activision Blizz. That was very much a 2022 award category. Biggest disappointment, favorite multiplayer, favorite DLC expansion, favorite writing, favorite art style, favorite music, favorite sound design, favorite character, favorite voice acting, favorite moment, favorite moment, biggest surprise, redemption of the year, and most anticipated game of 2023.
I honestly think we can take the DLC expansion off of there because, like, I never feel like I have a vote in that because I don't play a lot of. I can't even remember a DLC or expansion that I played this year.
Sure.
And I mean, we all know what mine's going to be, so it's
that's the thing is like Phantom Liberty is the shoe-in for that.
Yeah. 2024, by the way, but
yeah, I changed it. I don't mind taking it off. I'm trying to think of what else would be in the running for that. I mean, you have your Final Fantasy expansions, you have your Path of Exile expansions, you have your what if we change that to like DLC expansion update? Do you play games with that, Zeke? Does that bring in another swath of games if it's like
what do you mean by that?
Like Path of Exile gets an update every 4 months. Final Fantasy gets a patch every 4 months. Like its updates are starting to be big enough to where they add things to a game for a considerable amount of gameplay that I don't think it's on the same level of DLC or an expansion, but it could maybe fit into our little corner of the internet.
But that's the thing. Like you would be catering to me because I don't revisit a lot of games. So like updates, DLCs, expansions, like would not be something that I would know about or have experience with.
Yeah. I'm okay taking it off. I don't think we need, I'm all for pruning the list because of how long the shows run. And we are always tight on time. So I don't mind.
I think we had that on there because there was like a few last year that we could pick from.
Sure.
This year, not as many.
Yeah. Okay. Chad is saying Sega's second biggest industry fail. We could have that presented by Unity instead of Activision Blizz.
Yes. I love it.
Oh, wow.
Is that
Okay.
is that the ultimate fail though? I mean, this year has been like from an industry standpoint. What if we? I mean, if I don't know, I don't want to get too dour, but you could probably put by like presented by someone who no longer works here or something like that. Like
presented by game development as a whole.
yeah, like it. You could put Bungie there.
No, how about presented by name redacted due to NDA?
Yeah, like I guess there's a lot of stuff where we're just kind of if we don't put presented by Unity, do we all just say that Unity is the winner, the loser of the year for that? Is that our ultimate shoe-in for all of us? Because then it needs to be presented by Unity so that we vote for something else.
I think it was the most widely known and widely covered, but people losing their jobs is worse. Obviously, we know that's worse. But as far as like what made the biggest splash disappointment, I think Unity wins that.
It's so bad that I don't even want to make a joke about it. That's how bad it is about people losing their jobs in the industry. Yeah. Yeah.
That's not very tactful.
And I wouldn't even want to vote for like, man, the biggest industry fail is firings or
biggest industry fail is the industry this year.
Yeah. And maybe we don't even, that might be right. Maybe we don't
just
even
agree
have it.
the industry. Yeah.
How
like,
about
I don't
like honestly, like I think we can do biggest game fail and be fine.
Trying to think
Yeah.
what, but then are we voting for the worst game? Or are we
Yeah,
voting
I think
for,
that becomes that category.
are we voting?
just scrap the category.
Yeah, like at that point,
We
I
can
don't,
just scrap it.
Listen, I'm fine with that too. That's fine.
I think we scrap it.
I don't
'cause,
think
like,
we need. Yeah, this is
I
not
don't know,
like
man.
in years past. It was funny, and this
Yeah,
year,
this year
it
is
it's kind
not
of
so
just
funny.
sad.
It's not funny at all.
Yeah.
It's not really that funny this year.
Yeah.
There's been too many disappointments.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And right below that, we have biggest disappointment. So I think that could kind of still, it could be a game, or it could also,
Yes.
if you feel strongly about it, it could also be something within the industry that you're disappointed by. Or it
I
could
think
just,
we
or we
should
could
stick
stick
to
it
the
to
game.
games. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
just
yeah.
stick to the games.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
We should have a best remake remaster category. And we were talking about wishing that was in the other one. I don't think that's a
So
bad
we've
idea.
got,
I mean, we got
what,
Dead
what would that
Space, we
be?
got
Dead
Resident Evil
Space,
4,
Resident Evil 4, what else?
Dead Space even, sure.
Dead Space. Dead Space.
Dead Space.
Yeah. What other,
Yeah.
apart from those two?
Did Final Fantasy have a thing?
No,
remake
next
it.
year.
That's a good point.
There's Super Mario
Yeah.
RPG, Star Ocean,
Star
Ocean.
System
That's true,
Shock.
System Shock remake.
I don't know
Yeah.
if there's enough for that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough that we've played. Mario RPG.
Yeah. You can
Mhm.
also meme it and be like Zelda, Spider-Man 2.
Risk of Rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Uh,
I did play, like I played a couple of the games that you're listing. So
Yeah. Live Alive. That came out this year, really? I thought that was last year. Well, we'll think. Favorite multiplayer
Think about it.
stays, I think. That one is Zeke. That one's tough for you. You don't necessarily play that many multiplayer games. Are you cool with that?
no,
system?
I have a few
Okay.
games to choose from there. Yep.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Favorite writing. Favorite.
Oh, Lords of the Fallen. Well, that's a reboot.
That's a reboot. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That one's a little different.
Yeah. Favorite writing, favorite art style, favorite music, favorite sound design, favorite character, favorite voice acting, favorite moment, biggest surprise, redemption of the year. Do we? I'm trying to think if that.
That one's news stuff, and I'm not very good at the news stuff. I have to ask my chat about it.
Yeah. I mean, Cyberpunk, sure. Chat. I guess what I'm saying that is there enough options that there will be that we're
We
not
want
just
these
making an
categories to have
award.
options.
Yeah, we're not just
Exactly.
making an award to give it to a thing. Oh, here's a X Haven in my chat says new IP.
Were there any new IPs this year? I think they were all 2s and 3s. And
You might be right.
Yeah.
Liza P.
There's hundreds being produced every day. You just don't know about them.
Yeah. Starfield.
Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield, Lies of P, Immortals of Appium. Oh.
Dave the Diver. Like there are things, but
yeah. I honestly think there'd be enough there. There'd be enough.
Well, I mean, like this would be the category that no one would argue Dave the Diver would be on. Like no one would be mad about it because new IP doesn't mean anything except that.
yeah.
I think that would work.
Okay. We can throw in favorite new IP.
I like that one.
Yeah.
With the description of is it new IP that it's not a numbered game, or that it's not borrowing from any other existing IP
from a previous IP.
But what if it's a game that's in an IP that didn't have a game? Is that a new IP?
And I'd say that
it's not a sequel. So
what's your example?
Not that I'm going to vote for this. The first one, because it's just top of mind. You guys said Hogwarts. There wasn't a game of that ilk.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So it would be, that's a spin-off.
No,
I
would say a new IP would mean it has zero ties to any other game that came before. In title, in story, in anything.
So, but any other game or any other existing IP?
That's what he's saying. He's saying, what if it's the first time it's been made into a game?
Yeah. Does that count as a new IP?
If it's a Hogwarts would be out because there have been like Quidditch games and stuff like that.
But there's never been a Hogwarts Legacy.
IP in a game.
Best new IP in a game.
In game format. Yeah. The best new game.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like RoboCop would not qualify because there's been RoboCop games.
Absolutely. That's right.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Scrap the IP in that, then it's just favorite new game. Like, what? No, I don't think that's really gonna work.
Well, I see what they're saying.
Sort of, but then you'd have to factor in like the twos and I mean those aren't old games.
Well, let's look at what IP.
Yeah,
is.
we'd have to define
property,
new.
Right?
We would have. Yeah, we'd have to define
intellectual
new.
property is like, Harry Potter is an intellectual.
Yeah, so
property.
it exists. Yeah, so I think by that semantic, best new IP is fine. Best new IP is fine. Well, that's about the same categories that we've had. I don't know if we ever, chat, do we have any of those moments where we said, man, that should be a category for next year, and then no one wrote it down and we just continued on with the show? Did that happen?
About 10 of those.
Did anyone write that shit down, chat? No. You guys had a job.
All right. If you were ignored previously, now's your chance to speak up again.
Best
and
new
we'll
studio?
ignore you again.
That's kind of interesting.
Chat is saying remove redemption of the year. I kind of think that I agree. Like, what is the redemption this year?
I'm fine with that.
I think this year was just
Cyberpunk.
a fucking good year for games.
Yeah. Also, I can see like Cyberpunk would be kind of the only one that would kind of fit that really. There weren't a lot of companies this year that were really in the hole that bad, so to speak, to be redeemed, I guess.
Yeah. Barry made a very. What's that?
How about best drop frames host?
There you go.
And you can't vote for
do it.
yourself.
There you go.
Well, we have a clear winner right here. So, I mean, what's the point of that
Look
category?
at that. Look at that cat.
Yeah. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if the dark horse of Barry Carlian won that vote.
That's true. That's true.
The unseen host of drop frames.
So Barry's
best drop framed guest category, and let viewers vote on it.
Wait, what was it? What was
the best drop frames guest category?
I don't want people's feelings.
We have nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
I do.
I
want to hurt.
I was going to say I want to hurt someone. So how do we do this?
I would be upset about hurting people's feelings.
No.
Also, this past year was kind of light on guests. To be honest, if you go back,
that's
we
true.
We didn't have that many guests.
I don't remember like when we had like people on. Like I have no idea. Like I remember thinking like, oh, that like. How many times has Rami been on? Like, and I'm way low, like on all of them. Like,
yeah, I think.
Oh shit, they've been on like 15 times. Fuck's sake.
I think he's still the highest.
We didn't. Okay, Phil wasn't this year. Keeley wasn't this year.
No.
Didn't we have Sven?
Baker wasn't
Sven
this year.
This year?
Sven was this year.
Sven was on this year.
That was a month or so before. Maybe 2 months before the game came up, or a month
Was
before the
Jeff
game.
this year?
No, that might have been 2 years
That was a while
ago. Yeah, because I
That was
remember
when Jeff was Jeff and not Jeff.
Yeah, that was before Jeff
Yeah.
was Jeff. Exactly.
Jeff.
I was thinking, I was
gotta
like,
get a little. Yeah,
because he came on like 2 weeks before the show, and I was like, what? What the? You just okay?
It was almost exactly 3 years ago, November 25th, 2020.
Yeah, which is like 2 weeks before. It's wild that he. Because I remember we did that, and then I think we had Phil on the week after, or maybe the week prior. It was back to back. It was a wild.
That was a
week of
big.
shows.
Yeah, that was a very wild couple.
Oh,
days
shit.
There.
Yeah.
I just realized
pretty
we
cool.
don't have a best indie game category on our thing.
That's because obviously Dave the Diver. We get it. We didn't want to,
We don't. Yeah, we do not have best indie. But I think we might have removed that in the past because you play so many more indies than me and Co.
Yeah, because it would be wrapped up in the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I feel that for sure.
Uh,
But I mean, we could
feel-
say
feel
like
you
best
for
indie
sure.
game that's not in our games of the year.
yeah, we can put best performance there. If I don't think I spelled that right.
Oh, rather than
Performance.
voice acting.
Well, whatever, chat. We'll fix it. Don't worry about the spelling.
Performance.
Yeah.
Like that.
Honorable mention. Best game that didn't get a nomination. Best stupid game.
Best stupid game.
What about an underdog category?
Oh,
Games which others
That's not a bad
played?
idea. Studio of the year.
I do kind of like Studio of the
I
Year. 'cause
do
that
kind of
could-
like that, yeah.
Not somebody earlier said best new studio. I think just best studio because that would give us a lot of freedom to kind of
Do we want to?
pick why we pick our things.
Do we
Studio
keep-
or publisher.
Yeah, we could all talk about why Larian's our favorite, and I think that'd be
But
fun.
that's the thing. Are we just creating the Larian Award there?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I think we might just be creating the Larian Award.
I think this year probably not. Maybe next year, where the pickings don't have like a clear favorite. But this year it's kind of like the disappointment. Like we have a clear favorite this year.
I'm gonna say
So-
this right now on November 19th, 2023, before our episode. I think next year's gonna be rough for what we're doing right now.
Dude, I think, yeah, I'm actually kind of the
I'm
maybe
saying
I'm
next
riding
year-
that copium. I think next year actually could be kind of cool.
Think
in terms
so?
of
I think
what-
next year's going to be
I
the
really
independently published
Well,
year.
I think
think-
next year's gonna be really early year weighted.
Yeah, I think the next
but
4
it could
months
carry the year.
Could carry
could
the
carry
rest
the
of the year.
They could carry the year. That's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
And then I
I'm
also
saying
think
like
the
game
next,
makers got to make games. So the people that got fired from those studios, like they got to make games. I mean, some of them like have that kind
Yeah.
of calling inside of them. So how are they going to do it? With a couple of people and a fucking, a minor budget.
yeah, I mean, next year we got just to rattle things off, GTA 6, potentially Silk Song, potentially Monster Hunter World 2, Yakuza, Dragon's Dogma 2, PoE 2.
We already have top 3 games streamed. Yeah, we don't really need a best for that. We get 3 of those for each one.
Yeah, Tekken 8, Persona 3R, Space Marine 2. I think there will be stuff. Do I think it's going to be on the level of this year? No, I think we can probably comfortably say this has been the best year of gaming.
Oh my God,
In a
Casual Kev, the
while.
SnowRunner 2 coming out next year. Awesome.
It's your favorite
game?
Yeah.
So
SnowRunner 2.
excited.
Yeah, we got potentially Wolverine next year. It's very true.
Did I ever publicly apologize
got-
for being a
dude.
turd during that, JP? Because I want to apologize for being a turd during
No,
that.
you were fine. I had a great
Okay.
time. It was fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Especially after Spider-Man 2, I'm actually kind of stupid hype for Wolverine.
Dude,
That's gonna
Wolverine.
be-
Wolverine could actually be
Oh.
fucking godlike.
Yeah, it could be
Like
amazing.
a rated R version of Spider-Man 2 gameplay. Like holy
Yep. We are on the
I'm
same
talking, I
vein.
want fucking Weapon X.
shit! Yeah,
Shit.
dude.
Like the original Weapon X with the fucking head, like decapitations and stuff. Like Wolverine, I love the cartoon, but he didn't ever use his blades to do blade stuff with.
Yeah.
I want to see him do blade
I
stuff
wonder-
with his blades.
Do we know who's doing voice acting for him? Because that also could be a big role. And I hope I don't know who I would want to be that. But I hope they don't
I'm
just like.
guessing Troy Baker, Nolan North,
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say.
Matt Mercer.
I hope they don't like video game voice actor it up. I hope it's the real deal. I don't know what that is.
I'm available.
I don't know what that is.
I can do a gruff Canadian accent. I can do it.
There you go.
Promise.
Yeah, look, if they get Chris
all
Pratt,
I'm all
in.
about it, bub.
Chris Pratt runs. Okay.
The bub sold it, man. That's it. That's it right there. Done.
So last year we also had 2 awards, the Feel Bad Award and the Feel Good Award. Do we want to keep those? That might kind of take place of the industry fail of the year, because but then again, are we just making an award to give it to the industry? Because that's the Feel Bad Award, like layoffs. Feel Bad Award. Feel Good Award, though, I think could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think there might be enough variance there.
Give it a try.
And then do we have games? Yeah, we have games we wish we played. How many games we wish we played? Do we want to limit that to a number?
I've got at least 3. So yeah.
I'm gonna try and work through my fucking list of 10 or 11, but there's gonna be a lot of games that I missed.
Okay.
So yeah, I can. You're saying it's because it's a plural thing. I think we can just do one. I think we can just make it one. The game we wish we played, but didn't have time for.
Okay.
In parentheses.
I think it could be a few, but if you guys want to do less, that's fine.
I'll just put games.
I would say 3.
If it's one, okay. Maximum of 3. Let's go with that.
Got it. Noted.
Maximum of 3. We'll go with that. Sorry, I was having some copy pasting issues. Are we adding feel good, feel bad?
I'm not sure. I just don't know what it means.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I think that's one of those ones that's a bit too vague.
Okay.
Especially with the other ones we have.
Cool. Then I think this is our list. Most impactful game on a personal level. I think that might be favorite moment.
Yeah. Those go together.
Best game feature.
People in chat were suggesting best game mechanic.
That could be feature.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a long. I mean, that's a hard decision. I think. I think that could be fun. I don't know how you vote on that as a viewer, but for the 3 of us, that would be a good category.
I think a lot of there's going to be some that
we just won't have votes on. Or part of community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I'll put.
How about? Okay, I'm gonna go off of what someone in your chat said. Someone said best in-game sex scene. I'm just gonna go. How about we have a category for weirdest boner?
Weirdest boners are good. Or we can have
category.
Weirdest boner presented by Baldur's Gate 3, and it's which sex scene fucked you up the most.
Best bear sex scene in a CRPG. That could be a category.
There you go.
The funny thing is, I would have 10 games probably that I could go and okay, which one?
Well, I mean, the funniest thing is the bear sex is not the weirdest.
It's not the weirdest.
In that game.
Oh,
without getting into spoilers.
And I gotta finish Baldur's Gate, I guess.
Use
I
special game.
Oh man, yeah.
Just wait until the Gale Bang. Oh man, woo! That is
That's not even the weirdest fucking.
That's not even the weirdest. Yep, not even the weirdest.
God, maybe that is a category. Favorite Baldur's Gate 3 sex.
That would work. Oh my god,
it would work. I mean, there's so many.
Oh,
I can't believe I'm googling this.
What are you googling weirdest sex scene in Baldur's Gate?
No, I'm at how many sex scenes in Baldur's Gate?
Oh, there's probably at least 10.
Oh, Kotaku rated them from best to worst, so they already did our job for us.
Great.
How many are there?
According to this, 56.
Let's see. 1, 2. Come on, 3. Oh God, come on, 4. Oh, 13. Oh, that's 5 of 13. So 13 of them.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's good. It's
No
good
spoilers,
list.
chat. No spoilers.
Yeah, we're not gonna say what they are. There's 13.
Yeah, no.
Cool. Okay. That's
Just
a good,
suffice it to say, it's every single character you can get in your party, plus some NPCs.
Yeah. Best game monetization. No, that's
Oh God, no.
that could frustrate
No
people.
thanks. Yeah, let's not do that.
Developers to be like, yes, what is the best,
Yeah.
the
Tell
best
us more."
monetization? How many Marvel Snap cards did you buy?
How much for your data? How many people submitted reports?
Yeah, exactly. Cool. We got that list going. Barry, do we have a timeline by the end of the month? Maybe is when we'll get the
What are
community
we
vote up?
doing our show? When's the first Wednesday?
First Sunday.
Sunday. I'm sorry.
Sunday.
We've been, doing this for 3 years?
So last year we did it on Sunday the 31st. So it would be a Monday. Would be the first this year. Or sorry, it was Sunday the 1st last year. It would be Sunday the 7th this year.
Okay.
Which
I
is
think that would work.
fine.
Sunday would be the first then, right? The previous Sunday.
No, that's New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve is the
30
31st.
Yeah, the 31st is on a Sunday.
I gotcha.
Now here it begs the question. Actually, I might not be in town. I was gonna say if I'm in town, we could do it on the 31st.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Let's
wouldn't be
not.
bad.
Okay,
But
let's
if you're yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't
take
know if
that
I'll be in
weekend
town
off.
for that. We could do it the 7th. That's fine.
The more time I have for Rogue Trader, the better. That's true.
Well, I mean, let's think about the EU people who celebrate New Year's, at different times than us.
Wait, do they
want to be
a new
here?
year in the EU too?
No, they just steal from
I
us.
don't think so.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
steal from us. They don't. Jeez. I'm trying to think.
Crazy.
Is there a game out the first week? Isn't there something big in January? Hold on. January. Oh no, it's not till Like a Dragon was not till 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So we have about 2 or 3 weeks, and then things start.
And then the
popping up.
dominoes begin falling.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. We'll tweet out. We'll be very loud about when that Game of the Year community poll goes up. We wanted to try to get it up. The reason for doing this and spending an entire episode on it is we wanted to get the vote up faster and earlier this year, as opposed to I think last year where it was like
As
a week.
requested by you guys.
Yeah,
Also.
as requested by you guys. Because I think it was like 2 weeks of voting time, which was not that much. Hey, we got 15 minutes. Was there any news? Really? We got another shitty game that came out called The Walking Dead. If you guys are looking for shitty games to play.
Is it really bad?
Oh, not a Telltale one, I'm guessing?
No, it's called The Walking Dead Destinies. And it's basically a Walking Dead game where you play like alternate realities, basically.
Oh, good. Multiverse.
Yeah. And here's
Love
some
that.
gameplay from it, because this is really 10 out of 10. They do this. They don't even animate the cutscenes. And then here's the actual fight. You're just shooting Rick in the face with the lock.
I mean, that right there for a lot of people is going to sell it, I would imagine.
Look at this shit. He eats like 30 shots to the head.
Bro, yeah, what is that health bar? Oh my God.
I just love that that's John Barenthal just walking around with a crowbar. Man.
Coral.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll be playing that piece of shit thanks to my community sometime soon. I'll report back about it. What else is there? We
Did
talked
you
about
love
the
Kong? Well, have we got another game for you?
right?
Is it by Game Mill? That'd be so perfect.
I don't know actually who published that. Let's see. The Walking
Great. I
Dead.
still can't get over how great that name is.
I know Game Mill.
Perfect. How fitting it is. Games Mill.
Oh my God. It actually is. Published by Game Mill Entertainment.
You're kidding.
Nope. The developer is Flux Game, but
thought
Game
that was
Mill
a joke.
Entertainment published it.
Inkies. I saw it in my chat. Feminkari
Incredible.
said it's from the makers of Kong, and I was like, good joke. Not a joke.
That
Not a
dude,
joke.
how do they keep convincing
New
Hollywood?
category, worst game to. Oh wait, we have a
Dude,
shoe
dude,
in. Never mind.
Oh
Never mind, we're not
God,
doing
what was the old NES company or NES publisher that everybody hated? The rainbow. They had a rainbow on their logo. And they made just shitty games. LJN, there it is. They are the new LJN, dude.
Man, that's how do they keep convincing like Hollywood to make games? That's wild. We had more layoffs this past week. Amazon had layoffs on Monday. Embracer is set to let I think 900 employees.
5% was the not good.
Which is wild.
Embracer really screwed up, man.
Yeah, they really fucked
screwed up.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a slow decline for possibly years for them.
Yep. Not good. Oh yeah. Did y'all The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered was leaked, announced, or whatever. Like, they are remastering Last of Us Part 2 for the PS5.
My only complaint is they didn't do it fast enough.
Dude, like,
why didn't we have this last year?
Honestly, what I would like to see, I mean, as long as we're doing this, we should probably remaster Spider-Man 2.
Like, it's...
Yeah.
I think
there's been leaps and bounds since it came out.
So
absolutely.
It leaked on PSN. It's coming out in January 2024. I feel like this is going to be a Game Awards announcement, which is funny because I think they had all their stuff leaked last year as well. It says that it's including native PS5 enhancements. It's built for the PS5 console. Visual performance now outputs at 4K in fidelity mode, has improved loading times.
And I'm with you guys, dude. I'm sitting here going, laugh, cries, and Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That was one of the big things. I think they're also putting a new roguelike mode into it, where you can kind of choose a character for that stuff. It's got you can live up to your musical potential with guitar-free gameplay, which includes new unlockable instruments, or take on the speedrun mode and post your best times.
Because the guitar playing was a big part of the
I love The Last of Us 2 in the guitar rhythm moments in between all the like depression.
Honestly, it's what sold the game to me. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Who knows? You know, like a lot of huge games were just like, you know, mods or spin-offs from like other games that we forgot about since, you know, like maybe they got a new Guitar Hero coming out of there. Like it could be amazing.
It's weird. It's weird for sure. If you already purchased The Last of Us Part 2 on PS4, you can upgrade to the PS5 remaster for $10. So that might be the saving grace. It's a $10 thing. And you get all the stuff that comes with it. But yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, that was I think 2 or 3 days ago.
And then what's the new version?
I did read
$70?
Probably.
What's like the full? Is it probably $70 for the full?
Yeah. Let me see.
I did read some people talking about it, and they're like, "There's no fucking way I'm going to play through that depressing game again."
Yeah,
it's remastered. Like,
dude,
do I hate myself?
It's that game is not a happy game to play through, dude. It's really depressing, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are like, you know, sit in the dark and listen to Morrissey, like, oh, Last of Us 2's coming out again. I'm going to play it again.
That's exactly right. Just not that much news outside of that. Steam Deck OLED, which I think we talked about last week, that went on sale. Funny, it was hard as fuck to get. So people, I guess, wanted that. Good on Valve for figuring that out. And putting that out there for folks.
Coder's officially dead. Yep, that's a thing.
So was that an official announcement, or was that
not? I saw Jeff Grubb announcing.
Yeah, Jeff Grubb came out and said that no one's working on it. That's what I saw.
Yeah,
Jeff
Which
Grubb's
is
a
interesting because
journalist.
the Embracer guy apparently made a comment about not wanting to say anything because it would instantly become news.
And that became the
then
headline.
Jeff Grubb then announced it or something. So I'm not really sure what happened there.
Yeah, so on Game Mess Mornings, which is Jeff Grubb's show, who's a very well-known industry insider, he basically said that no one is currently working on that game. He knows that for a fact, that there are no devs currently doing anything with that IP or that game. And then, like you said, the CEO of Embracer said, I don't want to talk about that game because anytime I do, it becomes a headline, I think was his exact words.
And then that became
became the headline about it. So,
No
But I mean,
comment is a comment.
yeah.
I will say, I'm pretty sure Jeff Grubb has sometimes been incorrect on this stuff. So I find it a little weird that it's like, everyone's kind of just going with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
I'm
he's generally pretty good, but yeah, no
Is he
one
generally accurate on that.
I want to say he is. I don't. Chat can tell me if I'm
Chat,
wrong.
can you tell us
Yeah.
what's the track record like for Mr. Grubb?
Um,
He has like a 75% hit rate. Someone said. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would
Well, if he
go
was
as far
playing
as to
baseball, I'd be
say,
a god.
yeah.
Because the only thing that makes me a little kind of a bit thing, that game is bounced around to a lot of studios. So it's not like he has connection with every studio. So if it's in a studio he doesn't have connections in and he just doesn't know it's there, it's kind of weird to say with certainty that someone's not working on it when we know for a fact it's bouncing around.
Yep.
So,
It's a strange thing. I'm always in favor of letting a company be the one to say it and not,
yes.
letting a GTA 6 be announced via blah, blah, blah. All that whole thing.
Mr. Schreier.
Yeah.
Yes,
Not being a Mr. Schreier. Yeah. Anyways.
don't worry, Game Mill will be working on it soon.
Oh,
Coder presented by Game Mill.
That's sad. That's sad.
They're the new hot title from Game Mill.
Yeah. Path of Exile announced their new thing, their new league, which name I'm forgetting, but that comes out. I think the reveal is the 30th or the 31st, and the new league's on the 8th of December. And then that's kind of that. In terms of what we've been playing, me and Co are lost in the worlds of Warcraft. I think we're both playing that still in
What
immense
year
amount.
is it, man?
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I've been
freaking
playing
year
some
is
more Monster Hunter World, so nothing new there. We did both play Persona 5 Tactica, which was fine. Like I thought, I was kind of surprised.
Fine.
Yeah. I thought I was going to
And unfortunately-
dislike the chibi art style more than I didn't. I thought the art style was great.
I was for me, like it was a lot of little factors that got me to not really want to continue it too much right now.
Yeah.
A big factor being my addiction to hardcore World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it was a little strange because like the chibi art style I didn't really grab onto. There was a huge amount of dialogue and it's doing that weird half voice acting, half not thing.
Yeah.
And then the kind of clincher for me was after playing it for a couple hours, I didn't feel like the gameplay was that special. Like the gameplay felt
So I only
I
did
felt
the
like-
2 hours with it. Does it kind of
Yeah, me too,
overstay
me
its
too.
welcome? Okay.
Well, I mean, it felt like it was a tactics game made for an audience that's not used to tactics games. And I think that's exactly what it is, as it's going for Persona fans who may not be into tactics games.
Yeah.
So it felt just a little more straightforward. I'm not saying there wasn't strategy to it. There absolutely was, but it just felt a little more not a lot of customization, but it just felt a little more like, not really enough to make me want to do it kind of long term.
Yeah.
It was
Apologies
fine though.
for that,
I mean, it was
Coach.
fine.
Yeah, it was
It was
fine.
fine.
That's how
was fine.
I finished that thing.
Wasn't bad.
It was fine.
Yeah.
100%. Zeke, for you, anything big here in the we got like 2 or 3 minutes, but just rattling off what you've been checking out?
The music was great. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, like
That's good.
I finished the Talos Principle 2.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah.
Fucking phenomenal, well done game. I tweeted about it. It's thought provoking.
Was that on stream or off stream?
No. That was my off stream game.
Okay.
For a while,
Cool.
and it was great. It's excellent.
Hey, you
Magicraft is a new if Binding of Isaac plus Noita, like the roguelike or roguelite of Binding of Isaac with the customizability and weird combinations of stuff that Noita has. It's like if they had a baby, that would be Magicraft, and I've been playing it on my own time and on stream here and there. It's fucking great.
nice.
Sounds great.
What was the other one? Oh, if you like vampire survivors like games. I checked out Death Must Die, which
I heard-
has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I heard pretty good things about that. I saw some other. Was there sponsored stuff going around for that, or did it early access launch, or why was everyone
Maybe.
playing it? Okay,
I'm not sure.
okay.
But I think the reason why it kind of stands out maybe is because it has elements. It's mostly a survivors like, but it does have elements of like equipment like Diablo. Like you get equipment that you keep that pertained or persists. So like if you pick up an equipment in a run, you get to keep it and you take it back to the hub.
Got it.
So it has that like inventory system kind of thing. And it also has there was one other game that I was like, oh, this is like that. But it's got a lot of cool like additions to the survivors like kind of game.
Cool. Did you guys both finish Yakuza, the Gaiden or whatever it is, the man with no name? Both thumbs
Zeke,
up.
did you?
And
Zeke-
who erased his name? Yes.
Man who erased
What?
his name.
I have one solitary question for you.
Okay.
Did you cry at the end?
You fucking bet I did. I did not expect to. I really didn't.
Nope. 100%.
Two there was two that I actually had like tears running. One other one I can't remember which one it was that I had like I was like doing the like that, but I didn't actually have tears. But
Yeah.
3, Yakuza 3 and Like a Dragon Gaiden, full on like tears coming down.
Damn.
Dude, it was.
Okay.
I was
Evocative.
It blindsided me, man. I was like, oh, it was one of those
Yeah,
things
it's
where
great.
it's like
You don't see
you
it
kind
coming.
of start to realize what you're watching, and then it all happens, and you're just like, oh my god, like it's. I mean, yeah, it's wow,
Yeah, it's
Nice.
real good.
wow. That's
Okay.
all.
Well,
Anyway,
cool.
it's super short compared to other Yakuza games. Like
Yeah.
it's like a
Funny enough-
25, 30 hour game.
Oh.
Gaiden means side story in Japanese. Like
I looked that shit up too.
Yeah, isn't that fun? So it's kind of like a little
it
interlude.
specifically means side story, but it can also mean just story, like Ninja
Story,
Gaiden
like
is
saga.
like a ninja
Yeah.
story.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Which is interesting.
Cool. Well, good. I suppose we can call that a show because I know Zeke's got to get out of here. He's got his RP thing. Next week, probably just another show. We'll grab a guest. Nothing crazy happening. 3 weeks. We have 2 shows left. Then the Game Awards. No, 3 shows left. Nope, I was right. 2 shows left. Then Game Awards on the 7th.
Make up your mind, JP.
Yeah, sorry, I was doing mental
Okay.
math on stream.
Okay.
Game Awards restream will be on the 7th. Our Game of the Year will be on January 1st, January 7th, 2024. Can't believe we're saying 2024. That's wild. Zeke, do some shout outs. I'm
Will
going to
do.
think about life for a second.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Ezekiel III. You can find me at or / Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, or Ezekiel the Third, all spelled out on Instagram and TikTok. I broadcast every day at 10 a.m. Pacific. So if you want to catch me, that's when I will be live. This Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a sponsor stream to start the day, but then I'm going to jump into RoboCop because apparently I was too early in judging when I played the demo. So
Someone's got it on here. Yeah.
dude, yeah. So I'm gonna check out RoboCop for a little bit, and then I got a fucking huge list of games to check out that I haven't checked out yet. So take a screenshot of that if you want to know what I'm thinking about playing. Thank you, JP. Thank you, Co. I got Blade Runner RP TTRPG after this on twitch.tv/table story if you want to check it out. It's a special episode today, so it'll be fun. That's all I got. Thank you for watching.
Fantastic. Have a good show. Thanks for being here. Co, what do you got going on?
As always, big thank you to JP and Zeke. My name is Ko. Hi. You will find a lot of hardcore WoW on my channel in the near future as we kind of get ready for Rogue Trader, which isn't for a while. So just got my little hunter that we're powering up, and yeah, I'll be on tonight in about probably 3-ish hours for a little bit, and then probably tomorrow and the next day and the day after that, and probably following that and continuing onward. So this is our life now.
He's addicted.
Anyway, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next week.
Are you full on done with the Warlock? Have you passed?
You know,
on the Warlock?
honestly, since I've been playing the Hunter, it's so much more my speed.
What level did you
I
get
just
to
enjoy
on
it more.
Because we were going to talk about this before
29.
the show. Okay.
So my Warlock is 29. He did not die. I've somehow not had a character die in hardcore yet. And my Rogue is 5 and my Hunter's 20.
Got it. Cool. Cool.
So we're chugging along.
Yeah, that's kind of my foreseeable future. I've been really enjoying Monster Hunter World. I'm hoping that happens. See you later, Zeke. I'm hoping that drops at the Game Awards. That's the big copium. Yeah, that's the thing he went with. I didn't mention in the news. Capcom is doing a Dragon's Dogma showcase later this month on the 28th, I
Yes.
think. And there was a ratings thing that leaked that said that might be coming out in March. So people are now saying that Capcom, that is the big game that they think is going to sell millions. But they said it was unannounced when they said that during the earnings call. So I don't, because Dragon's
it's a little
Dogma has been known. And they wouldn't push Monster Hunter World 2 and Dragon's Dogma 2 in the same month, right?
That would be very strange.
Yeah.
That would be very strange. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no question there. That'd be a little weird.
very-
That's very cannibalistic for Capcom.
Yeah. It
Yep.
Yeah. It kind of killed the World 2 dreams of March, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Dragon's Dogma 2 will sell that much. Anyways, we're going to get out of here. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back next week. VOD will be up over at youtube.com/itmeJP. You can drop a sub over there now to get notified when it goes up. And that's it. I think we're going to go play WoW. Have a good rest of your day.
I'm going to go do family stuff and I'll be on later for that.
There you go. Fantastic. Have a good rest of your day around here. Bye-bye.